I want a sandwich. Now. Oh, sandwich wench. Yo, wench. Sandwich. Now. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench. I want a sandwich. Sandwich.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 13 of Not Worth a Cork. It is me, Dave, and I'm joined by Meg. Say good evening, Meg.
I see we still got that timekeeping you had in the past. You used to have to squash 20 minutes late as well.
Hey, I was not 20 minutes late.
It probably explains why whenever we played squash, you'd always aim for right in the corner so the ball never actually bounced.
So yes, we are joined by Meg, who is in a happy mood, and we also have Meg's dad with us as well. Say hello, Meg's dad.
Hello, Meg's dad.
I like that we've had a great opportunity. I had Dad test from distance. We discussed how our voices, I project from here and it's fine. He doesn't have to because my family are loud. And then we didn't get a chance to make sure it was okay with you.
Well, you know, I'm talking.
Because
moving the bar.
Had you been on time? You know.
Had he perhaps planned his bathroom breaks a bit better?
Hey, look, I got in, I ate food, and then I had
But that's your first mistake. You should have had a tin of chocolate in the office like I've got. Anyway, we're doing episode number 13. It's been thusly dubbed The English. It's on the back of the bar sign.
The English.
Yeah, it also says simply the best, ... better than all the rest. It was
Yes.
Tina.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It was going to say the rest because I couldn't find enough T's and H's. And I was like, I don't want to do her dirty. I had an equal sign, and I was like, I will do that if I have to. And I fluked and found a T and a H in the drawer in my office, and I'm like, yes. And there's a reason we've gone with this title. It's because one of these is legitimately dubbed. It's on the box.
Yeah.
Although, jokingly, the news article was actually dubbed the world's best Scotch. But
Yes.
it's not from Scotland,
Oh.
which is a great joke, I thought. But it is also selling out incredibly fast.
Yeah, they sold out of it. They'd sold out of it at Distillery, haven't they?
The only places I found it are Threshers, website Threshers, which wasn't an off license.
Yeah, they used to be. Yeah.
Yeah, an
Used to be
offie
one
called
back in my
Threshers.
town, yeah.
I remember that in Norwich. So we've got that, which is handy. But we have quite a selection. There's a reason for this particular episode. The reason why we don't have water either, by the way, David. Yeah, that's good.
I have some strawberry flavoured water in the car.
Right. Cleansing palate. We're just going to use extra glasses. Good. The reason for this is because David and I, as part of a belated birthday gift to him, and me, I guess, as well, his father paid for us. Mother, I guess, is the banker. So mother paid for it. No, it's the father's money. Paid
Dad's
for both.
money, Mum organised the payment.
Yes, for us to go to the English distillery in Norfolk. We've been there before when it was called the St George's Distillery,
Yes.
based on the water jug I bought last time, and the 20cl Chapter 6, which our tour guide pointed out was probably one of the first whiskies. I think Chapter 5 was actually.
Yeah, I think one of them was the peated and one was the unpeated or something.
That's
but they were
Chapter 11.
the first,
Yeah.
first actual whiskies
Yeah.
made by the distillery. Yeah.
I've got one of the earliest, though, and they rebranded to the English, and we went back, and it was a lot of fun, actually. It was quite a big group this time, actually. Yeah, put your hat on.
Yeah. Also, I'm just protecting my noggin from Yempi wanted you to bonk me on the noggin.
It won't be a bonk, I promise you that. Sorry, bonk. It'll be a full-on slap.
Yes, Dave is shamed. Dave has been shamed. This is
You
fine.
have been by a chat of 16 people. I'm happy with
I
this.
feel all of the
I'm sure
shame.
all 16 were actually on time. Just saying.
Okay, I'm going to reduce that down to 13, 12, and probably 11 if there's another person. Yeah, because my tablet's one of them, isn't it? I need it
Yeah,
for the
13 of the chat is us.
I need it for the
Or
chat,
the
so I don't have to have it on the screen and faff with the thing. It's a pain. Yeah, you need a third glass.
Yeah, I was trying to work out what one's the most equivalent.
Well, there's a St Andrews one at the back. There's an English one there somewhere as well.
That one's kind of square, but it's not
Give
quite
him the
wide.
St Andrews one, the round one at the bottom. There's a St Andrews glass. There's also the English one up here.
Well, there's the uncle. The uncle one is similar-ish in size.
Sure, give that to my. I'll take the uncle one then, I guess, and Dad can have one of the square glasses. You won't mind that, will you?
Not in the
yeah, that's-
slightest.
Glass of whiskey, right?
Not in the slightest.
No, give him this one. Go with these. That's fine. Okay, so I have before we actually open one, I want to ask because I never bothered to. Why did we go to the distillery back in 2016, 2017? And it was 2017 because the bottle chapter 6 is 2015, so it's 2017. Why did we go? Because I'd never heard of them back
I
then.
don't know. Did we just think it'd be something cool to do because it was it was a distillery and it was nearby?
It wasn't my birthday treat. It was yours.
Yeah, but it was. It was. I think it must just think like this. This seems like something cool to do. We like whiskey. Let's go and do this.
It was very different then to now.
Yeah,
The tasting room wasn't a thing, and
it's a lot more professional now. I think looking.
well, the tour was.
Yeah,
And the gift shop was lovely. Rearranged slightly, but delicious.
yeah. Because that room we were in when we did the tasting, that we did go in that room.
Yeah, but it was
on the last
a
one, but it was
meeting room.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. Okay.
wasn't anywhere near as fancy. That's been redone up a lot, and it looks very sort of formal and fancy, doesn't it?
Had you ever heard of any English distilleries before?
No,
No.
no, certainly haven't.
So I think I have given you a glass of one before. I think I might have. And it might have been the God tier one when we were at the bar. Just to
Don't
try.
recall.
It might have been a snifter of it though, because I don't think I would have given you a
Yeah, I
full
think
glass.
you have said you've given your dad one of that.
It's down there, but yes.
Yeah.
Um,
I've left my book in the car. I have brought my
Oh.
book. I'll have to go in.
do it later. Do it another day.
Yes,
You might have tried that one.
yes, indeed.
So that's the one we have on tap today 6, technically 8, but one is for Dad for ones that he won't be able to touch because he doesn't like certain styles, and that's fine. The other is if we're okay enough. So it's based on if there's enough sober in us to have it. But there are 2 that are cask strength, one of which is actually stronger than my God tier. What are you looking at,
So
David?
here, extra glasses. I need that one. That one's new. Sorry.
Story for another
I don't
day.
know where my one was. Then went. I must be home.
Stop being so. Stop.
Sorry. I saw shiny. Meg has new glassware. Dave was distracted by
Shut
the
up.
shiny.
Focus on your barman duties.
Shiny, shiny.
Yes. Right. Anyway, we're gonna go here and go right here. So this is the very first whiskey of the day. I had to buy this because we needed a benchmark whiskey. The benchmark is the standard English whiskey. Now, when we did the tour, there were 5 samples we got to try, and they were quite hearty enough that I did ban David from driving me to the train station.
Yes, he did.
He got done a little bit. He had a bit more in his than I did, and I was like, after my 5th, I was like, you are not driving me home. There's no version of this. But the first 2 were blind. We did not know what they were. And I said the nose on the first one was better, but the palate was better on the first one. The nose was better on the second. The first one was this one. The second was the 11-year-old equivalent to this very whiskey called the English, which is aged for 3 years. Yeah, it's 3 years minimum, isn't it, for the English?
Yeah.
11 years for the obviously 11-year-old, but it's just the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to be as satisfying.
There's a very minuscule cork, so we may or may not going to pop.
Marvellous.
Wasn't bad actually.
That's not bad.
What's
Pretty
impressed me
decent for
there
a
is that
20
David didn't slam his elbow into the into the
Yeah,
bar like
didn't-
he usually
didn't
does.
spill any,
I'm
you
getting
know,
better.
He when he does it, I don't know what it is. His arms just seem to go bang. I'm gonna drop people's elbow. Where bang? Just can't help myself. The jigger is right there. Sorry, I should have perhaps told you everything was, but you were late.
It was hidden in plain sight.
Oh, actually, on that note, my English glass. So
Actually,
on
I
the
forgot to
tour,
bring my glass.
on the tour, we got given these for free.
Very nice.
Little English whiskey, and
Yeah.
it says on the back, "I was here."
Very nice.
It's not the full size. That is a minute.
It is a minute.
Yeah.
David, just put this nosing glass near your nose. Right. Whereas if I have it, it's a case of look, because I'm not much of a chin.
Yeah.
It's just sort of
Basically, the glass is about half the size of a normal nosing glass, which I
Please.
can't get my nose in anyway.
yeah. But we got one each
yeah.
for free. Well, not free, I guess, part of the tour.
Part of the tour, yeah.
But we David used his to put a couple drops of water in because he's a pussy, and I
It was suggested we try it. I listened to the man and I tried it. I didn't for the rest of
and I quite
the first
vocally
one.
said no because I'm not a pussy. A room for like 15 people. I'm not a pussy. We have none of that. Although when we looked around the room, the 2 people next to me, lovely people, they finished all theirs. They travelled from some other country and they had all theirs. David and I finished ours. He had to send a few of his, though, because he'd fallen a little bit behind. A few people, though, didn't finish, and I was like, no, I'm not okay with this.
No, you can't go to somewhere like that and not... I mean, okay, if you're driving, fair enough.
Yeah, some people were driving, they just had sniffs.
There were more people that didn't finish than were driving, so there should have been more finished whiskies.
Agreed.
You don't leave the whiskey.
But yes, this is the standard English whiskey. The tasting notes are on Discord, because I'm not putting them on the screen this time because I can't be asked all the extra numbers and keys.
Yeah, it'd be quite a lot.
It's a pain. So I'll quickly go to stream images. Here it is. So on the nose, it says here, launched in 2016 by the English Distillery. It is England's oldest registered whiskey distillery, which is true, although Cotswolds is rated higher than it. Cotswolds is. Lakes is also rated higher, which I disagree with.
Lakes has got some fairly unique and very well regarded individual bottles.
They do, yeah. It says here that the English range features a pair of English single malt whiskies. This is the original, showing off a creamy, vanilla-rich flavour profile. The English distillery are quite fortunate because of how they started with a farmer family. They have two stills. They have all their water under the entire building. It's a massive water thing underneath.
Aquifer.
Thank you. Which they
geography A level.
I mean, it was also something you said on the tour. But they have that, and so they're able to draw water from that and waste lots. But then they use all the leftover stuff from the wash and everything to feed cows.
Yeah, it seems to not get wasted.
Yeah, it's all recycled, which is great. Which I think is fantastic. Did you try the honeycomb you bought, by the way?
Yes, I've eaten it. It was very nice.
Mine was a bit stale.
It was after about a week. But
annoyingly, I took the train back, and it got so hot on that train with that aircon.
Yeah.
The cherry Jaffa cakes have merged into one. My Hotel Chocolat have melted into the frames. And
I saw on the picture of your Hotel Chocolat.
The honeycomb had also started to go funny, so I had to put it in the fridge. That ruined it.
I put mine in the fridge.
I had no choice. It ruined it.
Only for a little while. I took it back out, and it was all right. But
I had to go I had to work all week, so I couldn't get it out anytime sooner. Okay, so the tasting notes. I should have perhaps gone with that. It says here on the nose, zesty orange, vanilla custard, grassy malt. Using the wrong glass. David, tell me what you smell.
I mean, there is a sort of sweetness to it. I think we did say vanilla when we were nosing it in the tasting room. I'm not sure we got the sort of the grassiness.
The one smell that was very prominent in some of the whiskies they had was vanilla.
Yeah.
That was hugely obvious,
which was weird for us because it's the thing we normally don't pick up.
Well, now I know what it is. I know what I'm looking for. But the thing I preferred on this was the palate. The nose on the 11 was better because that was straight up vanilla. It was like a vanilla cupcake candle. Yes, basic white bish candle.
It was weird because we had the two together, didn't we? And didn't quite know which one was which.
I'm going to go to the chat for a second. I haven't said hello to people. Hello, Dessa. Hello, Bry. Hello, Yempy. Hello, Heather. Hello, Michael. Hello, Judas. And Cotswolds Distillery's lovely squiz. I did not know that. Do you use your nose to help your aim in archery, David?
If I'm shooting my compound, yes. If I'm shooting my recurve, no, it gets in the way.
Let's see if I missed anything else. No, I haven't, but I got a bloody ad.
Yeah, I had one earlier when we started.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I'm going to have a little sip. We're only 15 minutes in, but screw it. Cheers.
Yeah, well, virtual clink for next time.
There you go, I got it. You're all good. If you need lemonade, there might be some in the fridge, by the way.
Yeah, I think I'm going to... I'll
have a little look. Tours,
Tor is there.
Is she?
Yeah, hang on. I will.
We'll avoid the name part.
Are you on it? Are you on it?
He's texting the relevant parties, yes, because they're both in the kitchen.
Excellent. But their phones aren't.
It's in their hands.
It's in it, yeah.
All right, okay.
You carry on. Okay. No, I think this tastes fine. The thing with this is where the baseline starts for this particular whiskey. So it's not overly complicated. It's not overly...
In fridge.
Yeah.
I'll do a runner.
All right. David is on his way to go and get...
Thank you.
Lemonade for my father. While you're there, do you want to perhaps take a water jug or something, or get some water?
Yeah, good shout.
Do you want to take the big one with you, or?
Yeah, I'll take the. There's three of us on this.
Yeah. Well, you won't need it, will you?
Sorry?
You won't need water jug. It'll just be us two. Yeah, take that one. I'll carry on. What do you think of it on its own, though, David? Oh, not David, Dad. D's. Starts with D's. Starts with D's. It's not as... It's a very plain palate whiskey.
It's very plain.
So that's the thing.
Very plain. It's nowhere near what you get on the nose.
Yeah, so the palate, as it says... I really should... I was meant to do it on the tablet, and I don't know why I didn't do this. It says nuttier than the nose, with notes of almond and hazelnut, milk chocolate, more orange. The finish is rich barley and a handful of spices. Now, there is a bit of spice because it builds up here.
Yeah.
But this is where the entry point for this is. I promise you it does get better.
Yeah.
I promise. The one I bought that I really want you to try is called the Virgin Oak. That one, it's nice. It's very sweet.
Yeah,
very lowland in quality.
Yeah, this is quite, in my opinion, it's a little bit savoury.
Yes, I can understand.
I will hold my hands up. I love sweet.
So that's so before we started, it's my middle sister's birthday today, and I bought her a cake because I'm a good brother. I made it a point to buy a sweet cake because I don't get one on my birthday, so I should of course buy everyone else one. And my sister had a piece of it, and she said it was really sweet. She took ages to eat it. I'd finished it in about 20 seconds, and I was like, "Where's the sweet?" Because I'm used to a much higher tolerance. In my office, there's a tin of chocolate because that's me. I am a sweet tooth person. Always have been.
Agreed.
But it's just always been me. I got it from my granddad.
Same.
So, I mean, come on, him and the peach slices in the fridge. Come on, come on. We both know. If I saw a tin of peach slices in the fridge, I'm gonna eat it. Yeah. I'm gonna drink that syrup. I'm gonna annihilate them.
Absolutely, and I still do.
I'm pretty sure I did it once with him anyway. Sat in the conservatory outside his house, and he's like, "Boy, you want some of these?" Yeah. How many can I have? Yes. All right.
I still do the same. Tins of peaches in the fridge. What a wonderful dessert.
Yeah. Let's see. What kind of cake? It was strawberry and white chocolate. Omegon sounds like Omegon's. Do I? Do I sound like my dad? He can't open the door.
Oh no!
Sorry about the dog barking. My dad's dog has decided that David is the enemy and must be barked at.
Hey, Charlie!
You want that?
You go shut the door, David. Yeah.
Bed.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. My dad's dog Charlie is senile and wanted to let the whole world know he was on guard patrol. He's on duty and ready to attack. Thank you for the happy birthday to my sister there, Smasher. I appreciate that. And Nipper, hi. Hope you're well today. Dad sounds like the rusty version. My father sounds like the rusty version of me. All right.
Wow.
I'm not sure if that's an insult, German, or not. Just remember, though, we beat you three times, but 2 of those were World Wars and the others were World Cup. Doodah. Anyway, the palate's quite nutty. Now, I don't agree with this. I think it's just a very smooth whiskey, personally. It's not overly complicated. It's quite nice. It's not a fancy whiskey, is it?
A little bit of lemonade has changed that baby.
It's nice, though, isn't it?
That is nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure before.
Mm-hmm.
Was a bit on the fence, and when you said it's an entry, that's an entry.
It's not. It's.
But a little drop of lemonade, lovely.
I'm gonna say that for an entry, this is a bit steeper on the price point than what it should be. But it is a distillery that is. It's got 2 of the smallest stills you can get.
Yeah.
So it's £40 for a full-size bottle. £20 is only what you pay for an entry point. But then actually, not at the same time, depending on which distillery you go with now.
Yeah.
Don't forget here, Macallan charges about 70 quid for one of those.
Yeah, this
Jesus.
is true.
Let's go. So back in a moment. You carry on, David.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of entry point pricing, I mean, Penderyn, obviously their base whiskey when it's not on sale is about £35, £37 for the
Something
Madeira.
along those lines.
And that's obviously their entry level. So
Yeah.
Obviously the Glenlivets tend to be around that as well. So
Yep. Agreed.
has he told you about the Glenmorangie?
No.
So Glenmorangie are replacing their original 10 with the original 12, which is the same but 2 years older.
All right.
So we think
they didn't sell all the 10s.
Yeah.
2 years down the line.
So we think the standard 10 might be going on offer again, like it did once before.
So if you buy a bottle of the standard 10 Morangi, keep it for 5 to 10 years, I promise that value's going up.
Yeah.
Thing is, they've only just rebranded the bottles. I bought a 35cl of it just in case it's hidden in the corner. I was like, I have to be certain I have backup because I don't see the point. The 12's already in the co-op down the road from me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why? So should we? Oh, what's that? Oh, you want a coaster?
Coaster.
Thank you very much.
You can always use your new one. I got and there's the man cave one right next to you.
Saying that.
There's a man cave one right next to you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I need a coaster. Yeah, I've got one there.
We've got loads of them.
I was going to say, coasters is one thing we're not short of in this bar.
True. So when we went to the distillery, the first thing we are shown is the 2 stills and the water vat thing behind us.
Take your pick.
There's a funnel
I
there
know,
as well.
that's one. Hold it.
Yeah, we were shown the thing where they put the water in and wash everything up, and
Stills, the washback.
Yeah.
And
we were shown that
Yeah.
the stills are the smallest you can get from the one place that makes them. They wanted smaller originally, the guys who created the English distillery.
they were the smallest stills they'd ever made, and they're still bigger than what the distillery actually wanted to have.
And they old-fashioned. They monitor the temperature not with thermometers. They monitor it through 2 windows. If it gets up to 1, you sort of turn this wheel with a stick, and but if it gets the other one, you run.
You hit the emergency shutdown button and run away.
That can't fail.
Exactly. That's only
Can't fail.
They only have it on one still though. The other one doesn't. So if they triple distill, they do it that way, and then they send it back.
Yeah.
They do it that way 3 times.
Well,
I think it's really good.
They double distill it by doing it in one still, then the other still.
Yeah, but they mentioned triple distilling because they've got a triple distilled Smoky one. Because I remember that he mentioned it gets sent back, which makes sense. And they use over nearly 10,000 litres a day, wasn't it? Like 9,500, 4,000, 1,500.
They do like 9,500 as the first batch of water.
15,
then they do like 4,500, like 7,000 or something. So that's 3 batches of water for one.
With the amount that comes out and the amount of waste as well, they don't get too much from it.
Yeah.
Which is totally understandable. And that's fine. The hilarious thing was the guy who's giving the tour, he has this really thick curly hair. And he's like, I'm the guy who has to get into this wash thing afterwards and clean it.
Yeah.
My first thought was, he's meant to be hot and sweaty. And I'm like, that's why your hair's all bloody curly, isn't it?
Perhaps he just goes in there and just
uses the hair.
He was a mop. He was a mop. He had a very, very deep voice. Hello, Robbie. Hello, Trups. Hope you're well.
Good evening, Trups.
No location with 100 miles. Oh, you were looking for the Romulan ale as well. My friend Trups was looking for it on holiday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've had my spies.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting. Thank you for looking, though. I do appreciate that, Trups. Hi, by the way. How you doing? We got to see those. They showed us a picture of all the other distilleries. Well, not all, but loads of other ones in Scotland mostly, and how their stills are different. And he mentioned like Glenmorangies being really tall. That's why it's called the giraffe, because their stills are incredibly long-necked.
Right.
Macallan's are weird because they go a weird angle.
Yeah.
Dalmore do something weird on the angle as well.
Lagavulins are quite wide.
Yeah. But the Macallan one is also, it produces a lot less because of the angle they use, which is really strange. But at the same time, works.
Sort of probably does explain why they didn't charge more. But
Well, that's also because of the brand, I think, now.
yeah.
Everybody has their own wizard ideas.
Well, none of them are the same. They said.
Yeah, none of them
They
are
had
either.
they had a big poster on the wall of all of. Well, I say all of them. A lot of distilleries and different stills, probably 60 odd.
6 by 8, so 40 something.
But they're all different.
Yeah. Yeah, as will the brewing process, the distilling process will be different in every distillery anyway.
But that's what they mentioned. And the bottling facilities all on site as well. They do everything on site.
Yeah.
In one building that's just a very large care home house.
Yeah.
It really is just that. And
It's just like it's probably just the farm. What was the farmhouse? The farm manor house, and they've just converted it, haven't they?
I actually did have a look.
The
Can
barn
I ask
for the
you
restaurant.
Move your feet for a second.
Certainly.
So I did empty this the other day. I put in here.
Empty. That's not allowed.
That's a shame.
I put the pedals in the basket box.
Swag must be.
So when I got my Pedro Gimenez sherry ginger bottle,
Yeah.
it came with a picture of the distillery from above, and I looked at it closely and I realised actually. So when we went
It's
on
just
the
that
tour,
one wing, basically, isn't it?
when we went into the only warehouse they showed us where all the kegs are, barrels, we obviously were quite reminiscent because we were there several years ago, 7 years ago in fact, and we saw all these ones entirely for Prince Charles at the time, and now they have like 3 I guess
2 or 3
technically.
left, yeah.
One's for charity and the others, one's for the guy who original master distiller,
Yeah.
and then like 2 for King Charles because that's what
Yeah.
they were his.
Yeah,
Because he
yeah.
opened the distillery, so you've
Yeah,
got an
cool.
entire row of like 50 kegs. You know,
I guess most of them have probably been auctioned off
I
by now
know
for
small
charities.
distilleries for that.
or made into the Coronation King Charles bottles that I have one of.
Yeah.
But we only saw that one warehouse, and I'm looking at the picture that when we went there last time, there was multiple, and it is directly behind it. There is a second and actually a third as well, which I think makes sense because if they make a regular supply of the English standard and the Smoky, they need a bit more space.
Because that warehouse smelt very peaty, didn't it? There were a lot of casks, and barrels that said peated on them, printed on them.
Yeah, they did. If you're interested and want to read, they came with my more recent order of swags because I had to have this little 20cl bottle, and I was like, okay, but I'm going to buy a beer as well, which I want to have tomorrow. It's the beer with a little bit of English whiskey in it. I was like, I'm going to drink that and find out.
I know all the burgers.
We're going burgers.
Well, I assume doing for the kids burgers and sausages. Might as well do that as well for us. Be easier.
All right, cool. Anyway, should we? Because Dad's already finished this and he's looking a bit parched. Should we? There's no age state. No age state.
Yeah, sorry, Traps. Apparently, it is tomorrow. Yes.
We discussed this 2 weeks ago.
Even I knew this more than just now.
It's all right, fine. Sorry about that, Traps. I should perhaps reached out and reminded you. Yellow swag fan. Yeah, good shot.
Yeah.
Nice and smooth. A little bit bitter. Bit bitter. Only slightly though.
Yeah. Nothing horrendous.
No, it's a nice whiskey. I really enjoy it. The water's that way.
Yeah.
Are you looking for the box?
Going for the
Well, do you want to perhaps agua up myself and yourself up first? Is that enough for the stream? Yeah.
We'll see. It's not that far to the house if needed.
Delicious. I love water. Now, since the next one on the list is this one, Dad won't touch it. Now, that's fine, because we have an alternative for you. Right. This one's a smoky one. You won't like it, I promise.
Old bonfires.
Right, yeah, he basically is.
Yeah.
So, instead, you get what's called the Norfolk Popcorn. I bought this for David in January.
Gotcha.
We've had a few glasses.
Yes.
It's limited to only 1,500 bottles. Right. Bottled in March 2023. It tasted like a single grain whiskey, but it tasted like a bourbon. A really nice bourbon.
We first had it when we had actually popcorn. We were watching. I can't remember what we watched. We watched a movie and we had popcorn.
We actually on our Instagram, Not Worth a Cork Instagram, Not Worth a Cork, one word. There's a picture of it with popcorn, and the English whiskey company liked it.
Yes. They've liked a couple of our posts.
They liked the more recent one I put on there as well when I put the tour. They liked our comment. I put a comment on there recently as well. Do you want to pour Dad his so I can take it to him? Single or double, Dad?
I'll go on.
Dave, pour then.
That's what I'm
Good
talking
lord.
about.
Thank you very much.
Have a little sniff on that. Tell us. Actually, we'll have a little sniff and taste on its own. Tell us what you think, Dad. Because I straight up felt it was a bourbon.
Yeah, I would say it's a bourbon.
But
it's not great on the nose, in my opinion.
That's fair. It's an English whiskey. It's very different.
Yeah.
There's no smile. He never smiles, so it's always hard to
Good
tell.
poker face.
Yeah, but he sweats, so it's a shit poker face. Now he's starting to smile.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right.
I wouldn't say it's great. Personally.
Add your lemonade and let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what we do.
So next in the order, I'm just to point this out. The reason I've done the order the way I have is because this is the second of 3 standard whiskies they do. I do not have the third, and nor does David, which is the 11-year-old. So afterwards, we're going into somewhat unknown territory. We did try this, and we've had it before as a sample, and it's quite smoky.
Was this the Marued? No, that was the rum.
No, that's the rum, and that's the sherry as well.
Yeah.
But that doesn't say Marued on the box. I just did it on the thumbnail myself. What do you think, Dad?
That's much better.
See, I know you.
It may be that I need the flavours just toned down a little bit.
That's why they recommend water, because it doesn't dilute.
Yeah.
What the guy on the tour said, his name is Max, he mentioned to us that adding a couple drops of water does not reduce the ABV. It just opens the flavours up.
Yeah. This is much nicer with a little drop in.
Yeah. Like when I was at uni, we did lots of JD and Coke. Do you want me to do that because you're a boomer? Give it here. You're
It's just really not wanted to.
Yeah, like JD Coke, any other whiskey with Coke or lemonade. It's like SoCo. You have it on its own. No, you have it in lemonade, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I'll drink it on its own, though, now, because I think it's all right.
There we go.
Nice.
Like that.
But the thing is, I think because of the years in this, I don't really have that issue anymore. Also, I can't do fizzy drinks. I really can't.
No, fair play.
The effort of burping.
You do have a tiny bit of
I'm
aqua left in.
completely the opposite.
That's water.
Yeah.
Far
That's fine.
too many.
Told you.
That's fine. It's literally a drop. It's fine. I'll take that. By the way, we recently washed one of these bar towels. It's not on the bar because it shrunk. Somebody, whoever put it in my wash, put it on a hot wash.
Can I get a nose at the bottle?
That'll be
Of this one?
your
Yes,
middle,
the Smoky,
middle sister, because she's the one that does the hot washing.
Won't like it, but
Oh, that's yesterday's bonfire.
tomorrow's
Oh,
on fire
dear.
if I get my way.
Deary me.
I did notice that tent has made its way towards the back of the house.
Yeah, I swear to God, if they don't put that tent up soon, I'm going to put it on the bonfire when I get my new bed. I swear I'm going to do it. I'm getting so sick of it. That's my complaint. Don't mind me. So this is the English Distillery second standard. It wasn't there originally. Originally, the St George's Distillery, as it was known, they did individually by chapter.
Yeah.
Each chapter was a different expression. Now, when we did the tour first time, David was the driver. Meg was sodding well not. So when we did samples, we did them where the till now resides. And we were just stood by the exit,
It
essentially,
was
doing
actually,
this.
yeah, because there was like
And-
a little, like
And
bar type thing. wasn't there?
I was the guinea pig doing all the testing. When I found one I liked, I was like,
Oh, blow.
so when I tried them, I was like, okay, David, you try this one. Okay,
Yeah.
this one's smooth. I like it. Keep going. Okay, going through.
I was
working my way
sniffing
through
all
the
the way for him to
chapters.
say one was
Go
nice.
through
you
the
know?
chapters, I'm starting to get a little bit wobbly. Get to chapter 11, so yes, I've had that many. And I've gone, you want to try that one, David? And he's like, yes. So we bought, I'll show you the bottle. So I bought a water jug and one of these. This is a 20cl version of the bottle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, mine is still mostly full. I took both of them in the car park and put them behind my back and shuffled them, and I let David pick one. He picked the peated one, which annoyed me a little, but I got the smooth one,
Yeah.
and it's really nice. By the way, if you do want to try this one later, I will happily let you try it.
Yeah, we'll see.
It was blind because I had no idea what one I was picking.
Well, yeah, he genuinely didn't know, and also at that point, he could have picked. He could have just walked around.
But did you not find after number 10 that they were all just delicious?
The problem I had was
I only had I think I only had 3 or 4 of them in
could've
total, and it was literally like a little.
after all the chapters
Tap
I
the tongue in
had,
it,
he
just
could
to
have walked behind me and looked at them, and then walked back, and I wouldn't have known. It could have been a real flash moment of he just a little bit of lightning around him. I honestly, I got back to his and I ate so much food. I was so done. Okay. We made sure to bring. I told David to bring his Norfolk popcorn because we know there's a couple here you might have a little sniff of. I'm not sure you'll try it.
Yeah.
Like the burgundy one we're getting to later, I don't believe you will because that's heavily peated.
Yeah.
But the one I bottled anyway.
Yeah.
But the Infinity you might 'cause it's very lightly.
Yeah.
Like it's half of what Lafroig is in ppm. So it might you can have a little sniff at least. Just see what
Yeah,
you think.
absolutely.
Should we?
We should.
You've
have-
got tasting
we have
notes, don't I?
nosings?
Yeah, I'll put up the tasting notes for this as well.
Smoky.
Yes, it says here cinnamon, smoked malt, and blueberry muffins.
Really?
No, but I smell smoke. I swear I did something like this 2 weeks ago.
This is ringing out memories.
It smells like burnt weeds. As opposed to burnt weed. I should have brought my chocolate cigar I bought when I was there as well. I bought
did.
that's the only thing that didn't melt. That thing is so heavy as well.
So dense, probably. Yeah.
That is 100 gram. It looks like a Cuban. It's 100 grams in weight, and you can feel the weight as well. It's a dense
Superb.
chocolate orange cigar. They sold cigars, and I was so tempted just to buy it and put it on my bar. Screw that into there with the drumsticks. Have you seen that?
Like
I put 2 Jack Daniels drumsticks on the front of my bar. They're right here on the lip here.
Oh yeah.
They're on the dartboard as well. I pre-drilled the holes to
Nice.
put them there.
Hell on with that.
Yeah. I see if I can do it. Okay, should we have a little...
Let us
Cheers.
That's good.
So, on the palate, it says full-bodied smoke, very true, paired with light notes of buttered bread and peppery barley. So there's a lot of pepper
Pepper, yeah.
and smoke. I don't get the buttered bread because it's not got that creaminess you get from butter.
Yeah.
The finish is stem ginger and lingering bonfire embers. So all the flavours Dad likes. I should also point out,
Lingering bonfire, yes, about right.
When I go to a bonfire, the first thing I think when I see those flames and smoke is, I can lick that. If I lick it, is it mine?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
This
you
is-
also burn your tongue,
So
so then you're used to that.
I'm used to doing that on pudding, so fuck. I've got an ice cream. This is the only whiskey they've got that's got an award. It got bronze at the Best English Single Malt 2020. Now, I should point out, yes, okay, recently the sherry one did get the world's best one. They have a couple others that also won more recently. But up until this point of this year, because it hasn't been before, this is the only one to have won something. I think that's kind of cool, really.
What's the glasses like? The glasses we are using mostly, because we have one extra, are the official stream glasses bought very kindly by Ragamuffin.
Yes, they were purchased on my wish list along with
from the wish list.
2 slate coasters and some
Whiskey stones.
Stones, yes. But I'm using one that says World's Best Uncle, Ford's Finest Uncle, limited edition vintage, which is a load of bollocks. But I will happily use it because I can fit my nose in it.
I don't drink whiskey, just here for moral support, Neon Fights. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
We will take that. English whiskey must be the what definition? SHITE definition?
Must be that by definition.
Oh,
Well, I
must
mean,
be
it is
that.
if you put an E in it, yes. If you leave the E out, then it becomes the best in
Yes.
the world.
In the world. You got to copy Clarkson when you say that, you know.
In the world.
It's that depth.
He has. He's got a great voice.
It's also an older voice depth as well, because I can't do it. I can get close. I can't really enunciate as well.
Well, speaking
world.
of Clarkson, have you seen they're now finishing filming the last ever whatever they do at Grand Tour thing, because they're breaking up
honest,
in separate ways.
it will be a shame when it ends, but at some point it had to.
Yeah.
It's a shame it ended that way, as opposed to Top Gear that ended with Freddie Flintoff's face halfway up the road.
Yeah.
That was
No offense to you, Freddie, but your face. Yeah.
that was an accident waiting to happen, I think.
I'll tell you what though, jammiest guy in the world than Richard Hammond is, because he just didn't remember a few days. Didn't have his face is still
How many times has he crashed?
We don't talk about it.
He had a couple of good ones.
They were definitely good ones.
Not allowed.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to drive a fast car in a straight line.
That's only because he can't.
Yeah. Apparently not.
Special clause in the
Obviously
insurance. If it's being drag raced in a straight line, Richard Hammond does not have to be driving it.
Absolutely not. Mate. He can't do straight
No,
lines.
he can't.
Unlike James,
Okay.
who can't do racetracks and gets lost.
And I'm sad I missed them. I will too, but the group has already finished it and they've been announcing liquidating their assets. They're all doing their own thing. I think they're
So they've
all...
got a production company or something.
Yeah,
between them,
they've got their own thing. Who cares? I've got a bottle of Diddley Squat B whiskey behind me.
It's run its course.
Yeah.
I think.
We watched Grand Tour when we were at the wedding. We watched some of it at your place sometimes.
we've done
We just...
Well,
I prefer watching Top Gear.
yeah.
Yeah, but again, Top
Jesus,
Gear
how many
got a
ads
bit
are you getting?
the same.
Well, that's always... What?
You're getting so many ads compared to me.
I'm not a member.
That's because I'm odd. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. Am I a mod?
Don't know.
Don't know.
I've got a couple of classic Top Gears on DVD.
Yep.
Yeah, some good ones.
Please,
Absolutely.
please tell me you don't have a sodding soundtrack of it as well, because I know what you're
No,
like.
I don't have a
Because he
soundtrack.
loves soundtracks. He loves them.
Yeah.
Well, I do have Jessica by the Ulmer Rose Band, but that's just
Yeah.
Figured as much. Yeah, figured as much.
that's just a song.
Don't knock the soundtracks. I've got my highest ever score on Popmaster because the bonus round was soundtracks.
So glad he didn't say karaoke.
Or Guitar Hero.
Just Dad standing on a stage singing "My Heart Will Go On."
Yeah, maybe not.
With your deep voice.
I have heard myself sing. It's not pretty.
Well, some people. Yeah, I like Dave Mitchell's interpretation of that. Please sing for us. I would, but a court order says I must.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
A court order is in my head. Just don't. No one needs to hear
Yes,
this.
it was my own little Jiminy Cricket, but it was not so little. It was a 20-person me, you know. It's not bad, this one. What do you think of the Norfolk Pop? Oh, you've already finished it.
Yeah, that was all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's better.
It
I think
needed.
That was
the
a Dave
lemonade
pour
in
as
it
well.
for me.
I think you like there are a couple of whiskies we've had where you've had them neat. And weirdly, one of the cheaper whiskies I've seen you drink neat was my it was an Irish bottle called Powers. It's one of my stream whiskies for Twitch.
Yep.
Where people just the first person to hit hydrate picks the whiskey. There's 5 there. You sat and drank it neat.
Yeah.
Like,
And
okay.
enjoyed it.
Yeah. The only other
Don't often enjoy whiskey
the
neat.
only time you will ever do it is when I've told you it's an expensive whiskey, or it's like the Bushmills one.
Yeah, the only
I
one.
should.
The only ones I can remember you trying to like and neat were the Bushmills, and I think the Penderyn. I mean, you like that neat as well.
The Bushmills, that Bushmills, I will only ever drink neat. Purely because of its meaning.
I did say that to you before you even opened it. I was like, please do neat, because it's not.
Absolutely.
It's just wrong. It's just wrong.
Absolutely. But the meaning behind it, I will only ever drink that.
Yeah.
Majority of whiskies that I have tried neat, don't particularly like them.
That's interesting, because the most expensive whiskey I've given you, you did put lemonade in.
Yeah.
And it annoyed me to no end, but I was like, I'll let you do it because it's how you drink it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's ignore the fact it costs £325.
Yeah.
Let's ignore that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the second most expensive bottle I've got. Yeah. Second. Yes. By like £8.
Don't forget, your cousin got married in Scotland. I went to the wedding, and when I asked for whiskey and lemonade, they were not happy, and I said, "It's my money. I'll drink it how I like it, and that's how I like it."
Yeah. I take no issue with that, because I mean, I've always been a bit of a purist, and David will attest to it.
You
but
tried
generally,
that one in your daughter's wedding as well, didn't you? The really strong one.
Man of Words.
Man of Words, or Man of Swords, or whatever the hell it was called.
Well, no, it's Man of Words.
How you read the label.
It's Man of Words, and the S carries on to the next words. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. Man of Words. Sounds like an only men's club. Yeah. Man of Words. Man O.
That story gets told fairly often about the bottle of lime green stuff.
Oh, the Kendall Mint liqueur.
The bar.
You mean the Midori?
And I said to you, I wonder what that is, and you said, I don't know, but we're all having a shot at it.
Yeah, because I was sat down at the time, and you were like, Dave. Come to that. I was like, "What's going on? Drink this."
Awful-looking green.
Oh, it was Hulk piss colour.
It was. Yeah.
It was very, very green.
The Kendall mint cake liqueur.
Yeah.
So that bottle, obviously, David got the empty
probably
bottle.
in our top 5.
We finished the bottle.
Yeah.
We finished the bottle. My credit card hated me for that, by the way.
Yeah. We took our own drink to that wedding, thinking we aren't going to drink it. It'll be
2
expensive.
bottles of whiskey each we brought with us, and we didn't touch them until we got home. And we hated one of them. That was so annoying.
Oh,
but
really?
The Pogues Irish whiskey.
Took it all the way to Scotland.
Yeah. And then we took it all the way to Scotland, not intending to drink at the bar, and then we drank the bar out of a bottle of Kendall Mint liqueur.
The Kendall Mint. So for those two, right? Okay. At my sister's wedding, Dad, his partner, David, and I, we basically lived at the bar.
Yeah.
For 2 days. We, unless it was the wedding or breakfast, we really didn't go far. No. We were ordering drinks, and as Dad mentioned, the green stuff was noticed. Kendall Mint cake, which I've never had before, but liqueur version of it, very bright green. And shots were bought. By the end of the second night, it was finished. David managed to get the bottle. I then went on Amazon and refilled the bottle, gave it to the brother-in-law. During that, the party for the wedding, my brother-in-law's friend,
best man,
also called, shared name with David here. He came to us with shots of it and was like, "I'm going to try and get you pissed." And I was like, "Good luck with that."
We just looked at each other and went, it's like, how long can we make this last? How much fun can we have with it? Yeah.
Liquid after
I did my shot and I was like, "That's cute, but it's not happening."
He came back with like 4 more rounds and we were just like knocking them back, and he was like, I'm being had here, aren't I?
I don't mind you wasting your money, but don't waste them on us. Because later on, I had the Man of Swords, and I was like, okay, I'm glad I left this to the end.
Yes. Yeah. Now we're in trouble.
We're in deep trouble. 60 what percent? 60 what percent? Yes. It was brutal. But yes, no, that was
brother-in-law. Just look over there.
Yeah. I did do that to him as well, and he was the only one that managed to get his glass out of the bar.
Yeah.
He took his with him. We couldn't, because we asked if we could, and he wouldn't let us, so we had to finish them there.
Yeah.
Which was a mistake. I did sleep alright though, I guess.
Yeah.
On top of the bed. I didn't like the bed. I don't like sleeping in other places. No. I'm really bad at it. Yeah. But no, that was delicious.
I do remember saying to you, Sherry, me and my partner, we're going to bed now. What are you guys doing? And you said, we're staying here till that bottle's empty. I do remember you saying that.
Well, we didn't lie.
No.
We do not tell porkies here. We're very honest.
It was just a great line. what is that green stuff over there? I don't know, but we're all having a shot of it.
Who said that?
You!
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I think you meant him.
No, you, because I was sat down. You
No,
summoned me
came-
to the bar.
You came to the bar with me, and I said, "Goodness me, look at that green."
Yeah, because
thing
you two
there."
went up, and
Yeah.
then your dad's partner went up
Yeah.
because she, I think, changed her mind about what she wanted.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you drink
So I was
something
still
different,
sat.
weren't you?
I was just sat there, and then you turned around and went, Dave, beckon me to the bar,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there was a green shot in front of me.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's
oh, here we go.
Look at that
Okay.
horrible. Look at that green.
Yeah, but the taste was something
Yeah, we're
else.
all having a shot of it. Oh goodness me, really?
Like,
Look, you
I think
know,
it
do-
But you were right. It
Yeah,
was
come on.
delightful.
I think we looked at each other and was like, uh-oh.
just the thing, right? Because surely that one night alone would be a good testament to it. Every time we've had drinks together, including your partner as well,
Yeah.
it's always been a great time. Every single
Absolutely.
time. And
Yeah.
even since, like last time you were here, we were just stood at the bar,
Yep.
and you were calling him a lightweight, yet we all drank. Actually, to be honest, technically, he drank one less shot than us.
Yeah, because he's a
we-
lightweight.
Yeah, because we had the Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
We had that. But otherwise, we drank a shitload.
Yeah.
We drank far too much.
Yeah,
but it was great. But it's all the same thing every time. But anyway, yeah. So it
The
was,
thing of it is that they say you can have a certain amount of drinks in a week, and it adds up to a certain amount of points.
Yeah.
Well, I've been saving mine up.
so am I. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But just giving back. So the
Absolutely.
fun thing is, I have an Amazon wish list for YouTube, and there are whiskies on it. You received the Dalmore Winter's Gold
I did.
from someone who's not in my chat at the moment.
Absolutely delightful.
Yes, and it's actually there's a bottle behind the bar just in case you ever want a glass. Not tonight, though. It's English only. But on there is also Kendall Mint Liqueur. Now, the
Really?
deal I have with David is every 2 bottles I get sent, he gets one of them.
Yeah.
Conveniently, after the first 2, where he got to pick one, and he picked the one I wanted, I get to pick the first one. I get to pick one now anyway. So the next 2 bottles that get sent, I pick whichever one I want.
Right.
Well, 2 of them were Kendall Mint Cake Liqueur, and they went to him and he was like, oh no, what am I going to...
Oh, dearie me.
Yeah, he got that, he got Dublin and honeycomb, and he's like, oh no, what a shame.
Wow.
I think he says it in this weird way, oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, he just does it in the weirdest way, and he just takes it. and
I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, I stuck the gift label on the bottle and everything. Yeah. So just every time I'm doing a shot, we're putting a hot chocolate or something.
Yeah.
Can't put this in a hot chocolate though. Shall we? We're getting up to 47 minutes. Shall we perhaps finish this and move on to the next one?
We could do.
No time limit for this. We can't really do that.
No, we think they're about 8-ish
So-
years old, don't we? As an approximate from
The
what
Smoky
Max said.
finishes really sweet,
Yeah.
very sweet. There's a little tiny amount of burn on the back, and
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Pepperiness vanishes on the
Yeah,
shot,
it
doesn't
does.
it?
It does. I did notice it with the ones I sent. That I found that the palate was very, very welcoming when you shot it. But that's again a thing with these not lower level but lower, the entry point whiskey for the distillery, right? Hello, Jane Doe. Hope you're well. You've had a good weekend. All the bar has left is a dusty bottle of sherry. I do have a bottle of sherry, and there's a chance we might do a little bit of it later. You never know. See how we feel, because it is from the English. I really want you to try it. I really do.
Well, I mean, all I've got to do is be able to inflate an airbed, set up a sleeping bag, and then get up at 6 in the morning.
I don't want to do a shot.
Well, we could add it in somewhere.
Could do it some now. Couldn't we? Get the shot glass out. We'll do it now. Get those 3. We'll do a shot, Dad.
Yeah. Of what?
Green stuff.
Sherry.
Stuff.
I wish I had something. No, the sherry. The Pedro Gimenez sherry with do you like ginger?
Yes.
Then you're going to love this. It's down there next to the Infinity. There it is. So I bought this recently because I wanted to get it at the distillery, but I had to use Dave's bank card because they didn't accept cash into the exact amount.
Oh.
So I gave Dave the cash. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm using your card. He gave me his PIN number. I instantly forgot it when I was paying, and I was like, oh shit. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, he called me over because I wouldn't. Cause I was trying to work. Because I was talking to someone. I was
Yeah.
trying to work out what he wanted. So
I said,
he
I
wanted
need
the
your card.
So I gave him the pin. I walked off, and then he
Well,
looked back and was like,
He actually gave me over twice. I asked for the card. He gave me the gift card, which is actually behind the bar. He gave me the gift card, which is behind the bar, which gave me a discount. I said, no, I need your bank card because I can only pay exact amounts. And
Yeah.
he gave me the PIN number, and it genuinely was a case of, he just said something and I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
Well done. So instead, we have, I was going to buy this then. It's Pedro Gimenez sherry mixed with ginger. Now, I've had a little sip of this, and I think it's absolutely quite delightful actually.
I've not
It
gone
smells like a
full
ginger nut
because
biscuit.
it's a
smells like a
double
ginger-
shot. so
smells
I've
like a
not
ginger
gone
nut
full.
That does smell like ginger nut biscuit. Absolutely.
But the taste, nothing like it.
This would make a good base for.
Do you want to have a shot
good
or you
base
have a little
addition
sip
for the
first?
tiffin.
You have a sip or
Have a sip.
Have a sip first, but yeah, I
Okay.
reckon add a little bit of this in a tiffin mix.
I'll send you back with some if you want.
Adults only tiffin.
Yeah, I'll send you back with some. Also, got a little medicine bottle down there.
I tell you what, that reminds me
What do
of.
you think?
That reminds me
It's
of.
lovely.
That reminds me of ginger wine.
Now-
but without the sharpness.
Can you-
That's really smooth.
The bottle says it's their own Pedro Gimenez sherry mixed, infused with ginger. So it's their own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely...
That's like, it hangs on too.
Yeah, it's really nice. The thing is, a lot of
that does hang on.
That and hot chocolate.
They had a distillery exclusive whiskey in the red box. It's Pedro Gimenez single cask. If I had a little bit more money, I was going to buy it. But when I saw the burgundy cask in that I could do myself, I was like, I'm going to go for that because I get to bottle it myself.
Yeah.
Joel, we should open that bottle of port at some point.
Oh, the one that's behind the bar.
Yeah.
I rearranged the bar recently, actually, and it's just behind there.
So you always rearrange it. Every time I come around, it's different.
I'm clucking
Nice tidy
to try.
For those, for those in the chat, my dad, after we did the port stream, he bought 2 bottles of ruby port in very nice, elaborate wooden boxes.
They
And
look the part.
Yeah.
yes, they're ruby port though, not tawny. So we don't know who actually like it. Well, Dave probably will because he drinks that kind of
Yeah, I
crap.
drink port, but
Yeah, he does. But we've had tawny, and it was great.
yeah,
so this is
because
nice.
neither of you thought you were really going to like it because neither of you are big on wine. But you both really liked it.
So David knows if I don't like
wine.
if I don't like it, I generally shot it to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So when I shot mine, I thought for a second you might have thought I didn't like it, but I got rid of it because I was like, I've got to do the rest of the stream, get it out of the way, and move on.
That was lush.
Yeah.
Could have used him
Absolutely.
as a glucose guardian. I could have done that. Yes. You've had a good weekend when all the bars. Oh, that's the.
Yeah.
It can sing the most famous part of something overture. Tchaikovsky's.
Tchaikovsky's 1812 over.
Do you want to send it?
Heron.
Send it. Oh, so good.
That's very, very nice, isn't it?
Although, there is one. I'm going to say minor negative because it's not actually that much of a negative.
What is it?
Because I don't mind the taste of it, but doing it as a shot tastes a bit like cough syrup.
Yeah. Doing it as a shot is not as nice as sipping.
But
that's a sip.
It's not a bad. It's not bad. It just
No,
reminds me of cough syrup.
That's what you call a sipping liquor.
It's a sipping sherry.
That is a Lord John Marbury cough medicine, isn't it?
So I would say, for the sake of it, I only said a shot because we can move on to the next whiskey, which is one you will like, hopefully. Which is this one. This is the world's best Scotch.
I've just put a bit of water in your glass. Just
I've already had some.
no, just for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely. Did you
Try
want
and
some water
tone
as well?
down the ginger.
I probably should because I've still got ginger nut in my mouth.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
That's just delightful.
This water.
Yeah, lovely, thank you.
I would say use the dehumidifier, but I think it's got some damp in it.
If I could have that boiling with a tea bag in it, I'd appreciate
Honestly,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Switch the other way.
Yeah. So
It's on suck in a minute. If you turn the other way, it goes on boil.
there is a running joke, courtesy of a sample. So these photos, by the way, most of them are taken at David's parents in their kitchen because we thought we did them, and his parents were really confused about this.
Yeah.
Now, I love you got the price tag on the back there still on the label. It's beautiful. The whiskey award. This won an award. It's got it on the box. It won the best whiskey in the world, which is a great thing because I've got their 15-year-old version of this. That is god tier. This whiskey is matured, but we've written on. I've altered it because I'm good at photo shoot.
Yeah.
To Marued. Hi, Metal. Hope you're well. Now I did that because when we had some samples on a Discord VC, we had an English Standard, Smoky, and rum cask. Now I did ask in at the tasting room, why is the rum cask not standard when it's in the tasting set?
Yeah.
Guy didn't know because I just didn't know. But I did point out it was spelt wrong.
Yeah.
Now, when we got to the gift shop, I did actually take him over to the gift sets and I said, look at it. He looks at it and notices the spelling error, opens the box, sees the sticker on that says, hang on, I'll read it to you. Spelling, oops, we know for next time. Which, by the way, they to this day have never corrected.
No.
During the tour, Max actually said, our president or chairman or whatever he was has an eye for detail. There were 2 spelling mistakes on 2 separate bottles. One called Infinity, which we'll get to soon. Now, this one, because of that Marured joke, we've been making it a regular joke on Discord and on Twitter and on Instagram, where instead of saying matured, we say Marured because of the English. We think it's hilarious. Yeah. Now, I've not tried this sherry cask Marured whiskey. David has not either.
Nope.
And my dad certainly hasn't either. But this is the best Scotch in the world. So we expect great things.
Yes.
If we're going to be disappointed, we may as well be disappointed together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if we're going to be disappointed, it better be a bloody good shot.
and if the chief operating executive has an eye for detail, why are there two spelling mistakes?
That was kind of the question we were raising.
It's funny.
Kind of suggests that he hasn't really got a great eye for detail.
You almost got a bit too heavy with the bottle there.
That went.
You almost punched yourself in the head.
Yeah, he really does have to think of theatrics.
Yeah. Well,
That's my dad's glass. Do you want to send his first? Just do him a Dave pour. You don't give a shit. Not going anywhere straight away, are you, in the morning?
No.
Get a Dave pour. Get that down you.
Muchas gracias.
Guess we're not going to eat the popcorn right now then. Thank you very much, sir. Right, well, I do have tasting notes for this. For the best Scotch in the world. I'll read it. I've got Norfolk popcorn here. I should have run. Oh, hang on. Do I? Oh, no. So, okay. I don't.
Oh, no.
I don't have
no.
No, I don't have tasting notes for it.
Oh, no.
Thank you. I don't have tasting notes for this because there aren't any on Master of Malt 'cause it's sold out because they only went with the producer, so they didn't have it. It sold out too quickly. What does the box say, David, after your singing that will get us a copyright strike? Thank you for that.
I would go what, etc. But that'll probably
Read the box, if you can read.
Phonics.
I can still slap you, know.
Aged to perfection in specially selected sherry casks. Only exceptional casks make the grade to mature the English sherry cask matured single malt whiskey.
Do you know what kind of sherry it is? Because Pedro Gimenez seems to be able to
say.
So they on a lot of their bottles it says PX.
I have a
Pedro
feeling you
Gimenez.
asked me this before and we looked and we couldn't see it.
I reckon this will be Oloroso because even though they've mentioned Pedro Gimenez in so many of their things, I reckon they've got Oloroso on this.
So, tasting notes: wafts of rich, dark fruits, almonds, and vanilla are followed by a wonderful taste of fruitcake, digestive biscuits, honey, and figs, with a hint of chocolate, all topped off with a lovingly long and sweet finish.
Okay.
And yes, that is all one sentence.
It is almost ASMR with the bottle opening. It is for you. For me, it's stress, Nipa, because when David does it, he's so heavy-handed. It looks like he's
uncoordinated.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to smash my bar to smithereens. And I put a lot of time into this bar, and I'm very proud of it. But he is, for a cricket, he is very, very heavy-handed.
Think octopus having a panic attack.
Think octopus with bones. He's dangerous.
So yes, we don't know what type of sherry it is. The entire tasting note is one sentence.
The nose on its own is a lot smoother. Did you notice that as well, Dad? Because I didn't ask you. Did you smell it neat?
Yes.
So it should be rich, dark fruits, almond, and vanilla.
Yes, smelled very nice.
Yeah.
On the nose.
So it's a bit of a step up from the other.
Tried it neat.
What did you think?
Couldn't do it.
No, you're still not...
Too strong a flavour, I think. I think I'm a bit of a wimp when it comes to actual flavours.
Well, it's supposed to taste of fruitcake, digestive biscuits, honey, and figs.
So, it's not a case of being a wimp. Oh.
So please bear with us while Meg and Meg's dad look at something on Meg's dad's phone.
You're such a prick.
Yeah, check your phone, Dave.
You're such a prick.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm going to give you props for joining the game. I'm also going to say, screw you, Meg's dad.
For those who don't know, there is a drinking rule brought out by David's friend who, whenever you see a heron, you have to send your drink. My dad has just texted a heron to David. Did you text it to me as well?
No.
Is that because you know when to open it?
No.
Yes, he has just sent me a picture of a heron, which means I've just had to do a shot of the best Scotch/single malt.
Tell you what, though,
in the world.
That was a banging shot.
It's gone down very well, to be fair.
Sorry, mate.
Oh, mate,
it's not that sorry.
That's no coffee for you in the morning. I'll tell the nieces, no, Grandad is not allowed a coffee. He has to suffer.
I have to go about 6:30. Fuck.
Hang on, you get half an hour lying over me.
Oh, I'll be up earlier, I promise you. You realise I need to have another one, right? This is... Oh... Such a knob, man.
Sorry, but
I was going to say who invited him, but I realised that was me.
Yeah, actually, to be fair, I did not send. I knew you were coming, so I was like, Dave, text him. We get him here then, and he texted you about. You sent him a message saying like we'll fill you up with booze or something.
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Yeah.
You've no idea how many photographs I've taken of herons till I got the right.
You took that.
Oh, yeah.
I like the fact that he's joined in with the game. This is brilliant.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Send it.
What I'm also now glad of is the fact that people on YouTube can't put herons as picture comments in the chat.
No shit, sounds like he wants you to shut up. Shut, German. You're such a dickhead, man. So, David, open your bottle and.
Yeah, sorry about that, Dave. Not that sorry, but sorry.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry, not sorry.
It's all right.
Go for a small measure of the second.
Yeah.
And you have to remember, I've never been to Norfolk Broads, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, and I do apologise for not noticing it. Whoever sent me a donation, I really appreciate that.
I mean, you could come with us one year. We could.
It would be somewhat
To be fair, if we get,
somewhat of a busman's
I mean,
holiday,
if we get,
I'm back.
if we get your dad, if we
You
get
know the rules. No. You know the rules. Go on. Go on.
Heron has been
I
saying.
sent him a text.
Heron has been cited.
Do you want another one, Dad? Do you want another?
I'm all right.
Heron complete.
Okay. You prick.
But no, if we, I mean, if you think we could do it like us, your dad, my dad.
Yeah.
If we got the other two's dads, bear in mind, bear in mind, one of them knows my dad
No
anyway.
offense intended, but your dad's not a drinker.
No.
We drank a lot of cider.
I think busman's holiday. You know, boat trip on the Norfolk Broads. Hang on, I live on it.
Yeah, true.
But honestly, it's a lot of fun. Anyway, carry on. So
In fact, the pizza at lunch is really good.
since we actually have a glass of this, and my dickhead of a dad, to be honest,
Who is now drinkless?
I guess we now know where Meg got it from. Yeah.
Genetics is a bit, isn't it?
It's, doesn't explain this, though, does it? Now, so we have another glass, and I guess we're going to have to look at the figs and the other flavours that I can't remember.
Anyway, nose. Rich dark fruits, almonds and vanilla.
Smells like whiskey. Because somebody's ruined my palate by sending it to my brain too soon.
I mean, I've never really had figs, so I don't know what they
I
really
love
smell like.
fig rolls. There's a tree down the end of the road that does called Fig Tree House.
Yeah.
And they cut most of the tree down because they're starting new sprouts.
Yeah. The thing is, they never really mature in this country
No,
anyway.
they don't.
It's
But
such a shame.
figs, I love fig roll.
Absolutely.
Fig roll's so good.
Yeah. Just eating figs.
Yeah, it is.
Just,
It's so nice. It's very hearty, weirdly, for like a fruit.
yeah.
There's a lot more substance to it.
Yeah.
To us, it's one of the, it's
Oi, house elf, stop flirting with Meg's dad.
It's my top 5. It's top next. Like my favourite is rhubarb crumble still, but fig is right up there.
Really?
I love rhubarb crumble. Yeah.
Okay.
A certain nan of mine used to make that really nicely.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Because we had the rhubarb growing in the garden, and
Yeah.
I'm done with rhubarb. If I never have any rhubarb again in my life, I don't care. That's fine. I'm good
See,
with
I will happily
But
eat it.
So you need to
But-
come to my parents sometime over winter because Mum wants someone to eat rhubarb crumble with. Because
Oh, honestly,
me and Dad never eat it.
She knows I'll eat it. She just knows I need an hour to wait for it to cool down as I can.
And you're still burning your mouth.
My sisters bought a roast dinner once from some place, and it delivered. And they also surprised me with a pudding, which was rhubarb crumble and custard in a pot, like a McFlurry carton thing.
Yeah.
But it was loaded. And I'm like, how would you fit it in there? It's like a TARDIS mug or something. It was just
You
great.
kept giving.
Yeah.
I'm home. I have you on my. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you, Dessa. Can't be your dad's side. He's still. Is that what he says? Stop flirting with my dad.
Who's that? What's
Some German swine.
My house elf.
Shut up, Scheiße.
Said what?
Oh, don't worry. Someone's saying, he can't be from your dad's side, me being a dickhead. He still got it. Some German giving you a compliment.
Trouble is, at this age, I can't find it.
It's not
I
'cause
left it somewhere.
that's not.
I can't remember where.
There's a fat joke in there somewhere. And I don't want to.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh no!
sure.
What have you done?
Hey, it wasn't me, it was Yampy.
No, I mean the fucking Heron.
Yeah.
Sorry, but it was too good to miss.
I mean, to be fair to him, he picked his moment well.
I love that you sat on that photo and waited.
I did. It was sitting here like that with it live.
But it's the best whisk, literally world's best single malt.
Yeah, send it. Bye.
You just wanted to make sure we did it.
If you'd done it dirtier, you could have done it with the ones that are like 57, 58%.
Yeah, you think I won't? How many pictures?
Yeah, well, we know now not to look at the phone.
or any electronics.
Ooh, a message from Meg's dad.
Yeah.
Delete.
No, because in my chat, I'm going to start writing Heron, aren't they? Anyway, what do you think of this, David? Because you haven't really said much about what you think.
I've only smelt it so far, other than doing the shot.
Clink.
I mean, there is fruit, but I can't really work out what it is.
It tastes a lot stronger palate-wise than I thought it would be. What is this on?
It's a strong flavour.
It's 46, so it's not... It's round the area... Yeah, but it tastes strong.
Yeah.
Like there's something about that it, like Bunnahabhain 6 at 46.3. Yeah, if I sit with a glass of Bunnahabhain 12, I can tell you what's in it.
Yeah.
Because it's, while stronger, I'm familiar enough with it. This is unknown, but the potency seems to be a bit...
It's a strong flavour.
Yeah.
I've noticed certain... It's like Jura, Journey.
Yeah.
Strong flavour. Whereas so many of them are more delicate flavour.
Journey is one of their, in theory, better ones.
Yeah. Very
higher
dark,
up there.
very strong flavour.
Somebody's shitting on you, by the way. Dessa, rhubarb is a fantastic fruit if you eat the correct part and cook it properly.
Ooh. Thank you very much, MJ, for gifting 5
That's
memberships.
Penguin, who sent you the Dalwhinnie Winter's Gold.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, MJ, thank you very much for the memberships. We appreciate that. Welcome to the stream.
Appreciated.
Yes, as you can tell, my dad is here.
Yep.
And he's already done us dirty because he's a knob.
I eat vegetables.
Like his son.
I just, I like fruit. I just don't really eat it.
Yeah, weirdly, I don't either.
It's like I like apples, pears, strawberries, melon, mango.
Not big on pears.
You know.
I don't think there's much fruit I don't like apart from
Tomato.
rhubarb and gooseberries.
No,
Tomatoes I don't like either.
Well, we don't really... To be honest, well, it is a fruit. We use it we treat it as a vegetable.
I tend not. I
We
don't
do
really
treat
like.
it as a vegetable, but it is a fruit.
It is. I don't like it. I don't like it on its own or raw. I'll eat it cooked though.
Yeah.
Weirdly, the sap of the plant is very poisonous.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have done that whiskey. I'm not. I've never had gooseberry, so I couldn't say what that's like.
No, I've not had. I don't.
You are very
particularly
welcome,
like them.
Grandad, apparently from Penguin.
Oh, thank you very much.
No, I don't like gooseberries, blueberries, rhubarb,
I love blueberries. I love blueberries.
banana.
Blueberries are
I love the fact they're blue.
For me-
They're my favourite thing.
fail to deliver. They're too watery.
Very watery. One thing I'm not overly fond of. So, okay, I'll indulge this fruit conversation before we get back to the whiskey. I'm not big on cranberries.
Oh hell no!
I'm not. I know cranberries are
I
great
like sauce, but not on their own.
I don't care for the sauce
No.
either. No, because it's sweet sauce.
I tried the juice because it's
Yeah,
apparently
it's
very
very good.
healthy. Blah blah blah.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the
ocean
only
spray,
time
you
I've
know.
had a drink and wanted a drink after it.
So that's the
Yeah, it's very drying,
That's
isn't
it. That's what I was about to say.
Honestly, it's awful.
If I want a drink to hydrate, I'd have more hydration from a glass of sand. Yeah, I would from a glass. I'm sorry.
Salt
Absolutely.
water, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
I could-
Jacob's cream crackers in a glass.
I'd be healthier drinking from the Dead Sea.
Yeah.
All right. Stop trying to.
Yeah.
No.
It's really good.
It's very good for you.
proven.
Yeah.
But-
Really good for you. But damn, you need a drink afterwards.
And Smasher, thank you for becoming a member. We really appreciate that. And if you want to have a drink and you can have a drink, you're not any condition where you can't have a drink, please join us. We'd appreciate it. I can't do. Cranberry is the one fruit I can't stand.
Good Lord, no.
But I will at least be honest enough to say no.
Oh, kiwi, I don't like it.
I love kiwi.
I love a bit of kiwi.
Yeah, get
Oh,
a little teaspoon. I didn't. When I was a kid, I was told the skin's poisonous. Some people use it, don't they?
No, it's not poisonous at all. It's just not very.
That's what I was told.
particularly nice.
That's what I was told as a kid, and I was like,
Yeah.
but
I like how you say that to one of your two parents, who may well have been the one that told you that.
Possibly.
Possibly he wanted the kiwi skins for himself.
It was school kids that told me that.
No,
Thankfully,
It's just.
but it was just one of those things. You sat there with that and a little teaspoon. Oh yeah, mate, that's a snack.
Absolutely.
It's a banging snack.
If it's very right, if it's right as it should be eaten,
Nice and
cut
soft.
them in half. All you got to do is squeeze the bottom of
Yeah.
the skin,
Yeah.
and the whole damn thing pops out.
Yeah.
It's like a
Lovely.
fruit. It's a fruit. A fruit.
It's
fruit.
like a fruit, yes,
Fruit,
indeed.
fruit.
Yes, hadn't thought of that. Yeah,
Should we-
I mean, you
Um,
can drink wine, Smasher. I drink wine. The others here
sadly,
don't
Yeah, but
really.
you're
But
odd.
Sadly, we did have a chance to acquire a wine cask finish of this because I found it today, but I realised the stream was today and realised I couldn't do it. Now, fun fact also. So I was looking for...
We have a wine cask
I was looking at this sherry cask that you see on the screen, guys, and I got sent to Berry and Rudd. And they... I saw something in passing that made no sense. Now, the picture was not this bottle you see on the screen, guys. It was a picture of a different bottle, a 16-year-old port cask finish, very similar to my 15 in the very elaborate box you've had a glass of.
Yeah.
For £60 or 65, and I was like, based on the picture,
Dave, check the
that sells for
website.
nearly £300, and the fact you're saying it's the sherry cask, I'd be inclined to buy it and make you then bully you into giving me the port cask
Yeah.
because of false advertising.
I mean, it's still
thing
on
is,
there. It's still available for
yes,
£65.
But sadly, Meg overspent buying a new battery, cables, wires, and everything else to get my new microphone working and a new bed. So Meg can't buy it, which annoys me because I want to see if I get the port cask. It's a £300 bottle. If you're selling it for 65 quid and you send me this in the sherry cask instead, I will have a legitimate ground to complain. And I will do it just to bully you. Because it turns out, like my dad, I'm a dickhead.
And apparently, as we found from Southeastern and Greater Anglia, Meg is good at bullying companies into what he wants.
I'm very good at bullying people.
A lot of swearing was involved, we can't repeat for YouTube, but nevertheless, the point stands.
I mean, I did insert some more politically incorrect language, like, I think you were the guys at the back of the bus licking all the windows. But I don't think you were doing it because of intellectual stupidity. I think you were doing it because you actually enjoyed the taste.
Yeah, but to be fair, let's put it honestly.
Savage.
How many of those journeys are rail replacement bus services?
It's when they tell me a bus replacement service was 10 minutes later and I'm like, bitch, I was there for an hour. Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
Don't lie. I've got photos. I learnt this from January when my train was 2 hours late. I know the game. I've got the photos. Here, have them. I expect my money. I'm not going to block you. Right, to address the chat, let's see. Are you talking about yourself in the third person? Meg is indeed doing that.
Yes.
Does David do the same thing?
Yes, Dave does talk about Dave in the third person.
Does Dan talk about himself in the third person?
I wouldn't know.
There we go.
So that'll be a no then.
Third person is where you say your name. You say, Dad is definitely doing this in third person.
Oh, right, okay.
That's third person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's an old, we used to do it at university a lot in my house.
I haven't got a clue.
People did that in my house, and one of my friends did it all the time. I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
It was maddening. It was first year as well they did it, and I'm like, I swear I want to slap you.
I mean,
I'm older. I'm allowed to do this, right?
I am slightly getting the fruitcake.
You are a fruitcake.
Well,
Send it. We need to move on.
I've already sent it.
Send it again. Tell you what, though. It's a banging shot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I've already established that.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks to someone.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Some right knob sat there on my couch having a right good time.
I mean, we can't exactly blame Plumpy. Look at that.
Does my face look bothered?
It's a little bit flushed.
Yeah, I'm very
That's just the
warm.
heat.
Is that the heat or the alcohol, though?
No, it's very warm.
We should have
See,
the door
it's a
open.
little bit different for us because we're one up on you, you lightweight.
How you one up on me?
Because they had an extra sherry glass, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, we can call them lightweight now.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
that's not something that's been thrown at me in many a long year. Believe me. Good Lord.
To be fair, whenever we drink together, generally the word lightweight doesn't come out until you start throwing it him to be Larry.
Well, yeah, well.
You don't
That's
say
how we know that Meg's dad is getting to a point where he's quite merry as he starts putting other people lightweight.
No, I'm just mellow. I don't get Larry anymore.
Yes, I am Meg's favourite
so,
fruitcake. This is true.
You know people talk about like aggressive, angry drunks, right?
Yeah.
I have never known one.
No.
Ever.
No.
Whenever we've been hammered, I get... So my younger years, I used to have horrific anxiety.
Yeah.
Because
We
I
used
wasn't- Let me finish. When I was horrifically drunk with David, one time, I left his house and went for a walk. I didn't tell anyone. I just went downstairs, unlocked the door and walked off out.
Yeah.
Somehow he caught up with me. I don't know if he noticed. Must have.
I had to get out the door.
I was drunk. And I woke up the next day and I remember one thing happened then. I walked down the road and came back because anxiety was kicking in. So I was out of control. I couldn't control it. Then somehow went backwards and ended up in a field and I rolled my ankle. Woke up the next day, went to put my foot down. Oh boy, that hurt.
It's because I caught up with you halfway down the road. You were like, you said something about wanting a snack, so I said, shall we go to Tesco's?
I went
and
the
you
wrong
went,
way.
yeah.
I went the
so
wrong way.
we went
Yeah.
back and went across the field to Tesco's, and we were
Tesco-
coming back from Tesco.
Was Tesco open or shut?
It was open. It was an
sorry,
express. It was
that's all
open.
right. That's all right.
And then you fell down, like walked off the path and like
No,
caught a rabbit hole.
You know when we played football?
Yeah.
It was there.
Yeah,
That's
you
where I
caught a
rolled
rabbit hole.
I rolled my right ankle, and I remember that, but I don't remember anything
You also pulled
else.
the pulled the light cord off the thing in the downstairs bathroom.
We don't talk about that.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of people use being drunk as an excuse.
So I agree. So when I younger me, say up until I'd say just before the wedding, if I ever lost just before the wedding, because I got horrifically then as well. But generally speaking, I don't. But whenever I had, anxiety kicked in because I wasn't in control.
Yeah.
Now I'm not really so bothered, you know.
No.
So we just chill out and drink.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to point out,
I
just
used to-
for reference, that one we've just drunk is not actually on that list.
Yes, because I wasn't entirely sure if it was going to be here. What did I put there?
Popcorn.
Yeah, because of Dad. That's why.
Reference what you were saying. I used to work with a guy, universally known as Mr. Angry, who I have never seen angry.
So that
I thought of if I saw him and I was to speak to someone about him,
Yeah.
I would have to say Mr. Angry, because if I use his name,
No one
if I
knows who he is.
remembered it, no one knew who it was.
Yeah.
So
But we all knew him as Mr. Angry, but none of us had ever seen him angry.
I go to the gym every single day, and guys don't really know my name, but they know me as the guy who looks miserable.
Yeah.
Because my natural
Standard.
face.
Yeah. Rest in
One
bitch
of, the,
face.
one of the guys saw me. He's driving his Merc, and he saw me because he wanted to have a chat. And I'm like, I didn't hear him. He bibs, and he's like, "You're walking like this, all slouched forward, and with the saddest face ever." And I'm like, "Hi."
That's how my face
Yeah,
rests.
it does. I was walking like this because
Yeah.
my back was hurting.
It's just my face.
Yeah,
I've had that thrown at me all my life.
but it's just.
But you were angry, was I?
The moment someone talks to me, hi,
Yeah.
how are you?
I'm
Wait,
not angry.
It's
Yeah.
not that. Wait, someone wants to talk to me? Oh my god, what do I
Good
do?
Lord. Why?
Right. Anyway, next on the list, guys. Sorry for these massive tangents, but this is awesome. Next on the list is actually what the third whiskey we tried, and I bought this one because I liked it so much.
That's a fine-looking bottle.
Yeah,
It is.
seriously, have a feel of that, Dad. Got a bit of weight to it as well.
Yeah. And look at the size of the cork.
Yeah.
This
Good
is
Lord.
why another reason I wanted it, because I really like this.
Yeah,
finish.
So
absolutely.
this is the design of the more limited option. So the rum
Yes.
cask one that I've got.
How many is yours?
How many?
Bottles.
200 and something.
Oh, this is 2000. So
Is it 2 or 2000?
yeah.
It's 2
no,
something.
yours is probably
Mine's in
200. Yeah, because it's whiskey shop only, isn't
Yeah.
it? 200. That'd be
But,
one. It was
so
one
that
cask.
is the same design as like
Because yours
the
is single cask.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so it'd be one barrel.
Yeah.
That'd be say 200 then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the same design as that. It's the same design as the
Like 15?
coronation
Like
ones.
15 as
the
well?
15, the
So-
D-Day. This is the design they do for their more limited
I
bottlings,
have
the
one
more
other
exclusive
bottle
ones.
that looks like this, and I just for the lols want to quickly go and get it because I think a little payback is in order.
Wait, payback for who? Me or your dad? That means me.
Reminds me of this one.
Oh, the Elsa
Good
Bay.
Lord. Yes, indeed.
Take that off and have a little sniff, Dad. It's called Elsa Bay. Have a little sniff. Don't look at the bottle, just have a little sniff.
I hear Elstorm. Good
It's
choice
called
of background
sweet
music.
smoke, Dad. You not smell it?
Only just.
Yeah. It's really nice.
Yeah. Only just am I getting any smoke.
Elsa Bay sweet smoke.
That's
Would you like to know a fun fact, Meg's dad?
looking bottle.
You drunk that?
Yeah.
Have I really? Oh, wow.
We made sure of it to make sure that we could
Not all,
actually get
not all
into
of it, obviously.
No, but you've had a glass of that.
I have.
We made,
oh, wow.
we made it a point to because I wanted to prove that it is possible with a low enough ppm. That's 22.
Yeah.
22 ppm.
Which is-
That is.
It's-
Two
it's
less
not-
than
it's not.
one later.
I don't have anything against smoke, but
Yes.
I don't actually like it.
Had to face that people think I can sort out their problems. I'm very sorry you have to do that. I'm a problem solver type, but generally it comes with me naming people really daft names like David. Which is
Yes,
short
no,
for babe.
those of us locally do know Meg as, yes, the man in the hoodie, yes.
I'm basically the dickhead that comes up with ideas but can't implement them. Anyway, this is Virgin Oak. This is aged for 10 years, so we do get to do a 10-second test.
Yeah.
This was actually the third whiskey we tried on the Distillery tour. I liked it enough to buy a bottle of it. Dave liked one of the other ones. Well, I liked it too, to be fair,
Yeah.
but the other one's very different. But this one, This is what small batch, single malt. It is incredibly smooth and delightful, quite frankly. I think, I'm hoping...
Any water?
Maybe, right?
No, we're all right.
The ginger's finally out my mouth now.
Yeah, finally.
That's
that
Two
hangs on,
shots of
doesn't it?
world's best single malt. Actually, I feel like we should answer this question before we move on.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that as the world's best single malt / the world's best Scotch?
So I'm curious what the parameters were for flavour, whether they did dilute it a little or not. Because without water, it does pack a lot in, which is actually a great sign for a good whiskey.
Yeah.
Because you want the flavour there.
Yeah.
You want a lot of flavour. You want something to work with, and you want something to enjoy. If you have to unlock it with lemonade or water or tonic, I don't care. I think that's good. And I think that's deserving. Because there are many sherry cask finishes that are just bland.
Yeah.
Don't forget how I've got one as a Palo Cortado finish, a sherry cask. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a fairly rare sherry cask. There's
and
not
it's
too many of
it's not
them.
great. We did it and it's not great. We recorded that back in my bedroom last year. It was terrible.
What was that one that we had that we tried the sherry?
Solera, 15-year-old
Solera.
Glenfiddich. That's also a bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. It's just not packing. That's where this one has the advantage. It packs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
It
got
is-
some welly.
It's a fully loaded whiskey.
Yes,
and I
yes,
think
yes.
that actually
Agreed.
means I think
Yeah.
that's actually better because then you've got this concentrate and you can choose to have it on its own if you're brave enough.
Like squash.
Or, sure, but that's why I'm saying it. The analogy works. Or you can unlock it in some manner, and I think that works.
Yeah.
The only other sherry cask whiskey I've really enjoyed that really had a lot of flavour was the 12-year-old Glenfiddich Amontillado finish. And David, you need to say it again.
I like to Glenfiddich.
That's right. Yes, you do. And it's
Quite rightly so.
And it's Glenfiddich, just to be clear.
I'm going to keep saying it right just to annoy.
You mean wrong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I'm going to... Since it's my bottle, I
Yes,
get to
you
open this,
can
don't I?
open it,
Yes.
Like my partner always used to like a nice bottle of Merlot.
It's from my middle sister.
It was on purpose.
When my middle sister pointed out a certain type of cream used in the chocolate, I kept saying Grenache. Yeah, and it wasn't the correct pronunciation to annoy her.
No, absolutely, yeah. Well,
Yeah, but she's
to be
a-
honest, your
She's the
sisters
sort that will
need-
pronounce the bottle of vodka you bought her wrong.
Yeah, your sisters need annoying now and again.
She'll call it absolute rather
Yes,
than
well, I
absolute.
did that at the wedding by calling her DCI Killjoy.
Yeah.
All right.
Captain Killjoy of
Yeah.
the fun
Well,
place.
it was DCI then we stopped it when she found out.
Yeah. And then he called it afterwards.
No, I've kept calling
So-
her it, yeah.
What do you think of the smell, Dad, of that, the Virgin Oak? You couldn't really get much, could you?
Not really.
This is a really smooth palate whiskey, that's
Yeah.
why. And I liked it because I felt that this reminds me an awful lot of a lowland whiskey. Very smooth, very like Auchentoshan and American Oak, very easy to
Yeah.
drink.
It's a little bit nutty on the nose. That's kind of the only thing I'm really getting.
Yeah.
Since my fingers are slightly numb, do you want to pour Dad?
Were you singling or just Dave pouring?
Dave, pour him. He's not driving anywhere yet.
Just as well, frankly. Thank you very much.
So for those new to the chat, a Dave pour is roughly a double. I'm fairly competent at this
Roughly
point
a
of
double
doubling.
poured by an old lady with shaky hands.
By the way, if anyone has any questions for me,
Don't use star. I'll send you some herons.
if anyone has any questions for me, for David, for my dad, do ask. If there's anything too personal, I'm going to ban you. No kidding. Please don't ask anything too personal.
Do ask, as long as you don't want intelligent answers.
What's the dumbest thing Meg did? It involves some shotgun shells in a garage.
Yeah.
We
and,
don't-
and house bricks.
Now, weirdly, Meg had nothing to do with that beyond telling him where they were.
Yeah.
But yes, no. If you have any questions, do ask. We,
Yeah.
of course.
We are here to entertain, but we are also here to try and impart some form of knowledge and experience from the various whiskies
Yes.
drinking we've done.
Right, so I think I have tasting notes for this. Here it is. So it says, what originally started as an experiment has resulted in another... Give it a second, give us a
Good Lord.
Oi.
Would you like to explain your reaction to the chat?
No, that just took my breath away.
Right. Additionally, in this range, the whiskies matured in brand new oak can sometimes be particularly loud, some might say. This one, however, manages to show off the creamy, nutty, chocolatey notes from the cask without loads of overpowering oak elements getting everywhere. Okay, the nose, toasted vanilla pod. Now, that's the thing I noticed first, because the vanilla was insanely... Like, when we were doing the nosing, with the right nosing glass,
Yeah.
the whole thing was just funneling vanilla into your face.
Yeah,
It just smelled like vanilla.
Yeah, gotcha.
These are the wrong glasses for it, to be honest. We're going to have to send Wizzy back soon.
No, I'm not shooting that.
You see, you need to learn subtlety, mate. Breathe, Grandad. Breathe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, and it's Dad, not Grandad.
Yeah, he's my dad. He is not my granddad.
Good Lord, no.
I wish he was here though, because he was awesome.
He was a good man.
Mm.
But he didn't drink.
Yeah, he didn't drink, did he?
No.
I never saw a drop of alcohol in his home.
No, in his younger days, he did.
Yeah, but he didn't want to in
And
old age, did
he
he?
got himself into trouble.
He never really wanted to as an adult when I saw him.
No.
No,
Because he couldn't get himself into trouble.
He liked sweet foods.
Absolutely. Shandy Bass.
doesn't?
Oh,
I was
yeah.
talking about it to someone earlier today.
Shandy Bass.
Shandy Bass was
Yes.
what my dad loved.
I like a Shandy Bass.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
I've got no problem with it. That's right. Someone said about the new Foster's Shandy. He said, have you tried it? Oh, he said, it's actually really nice. I said, all right, fair enough. I said, but my dad and myself, I said, I love a Shandy Bass.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with
I
Shandy
remember
Bass.
that.
It's
Yeah.
just
You can't
nice.
go wrong with it. You can't go wrong with it, to be honest.
Yeah,
It
It's
was
like
just
Worthington's, the Shandy, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boddington's.
Yeah. Boddington's.
Boddington's!
Boddington's. I love Boddington's. And I still, to this day, even after buying a case of 20 of them, I've still never finished one can. It's a running joke that from the age of 17, when I first got to try it, I've still never finished one. Not because I didn't like it, but because somebody else magically needed it.
Oh, yeah.
The last time I had one, my brother-in-law tried the Tennessee Fire that I put Carolina Reapers in.
Oh, well.
His friend tried it, the one, the best man.
Yeah.
The best man threw up violently, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
No, really, I can't
See the
understand
video.
why.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
get it.
I've
It's
seen
not
the
like,
video of that.
oh, it's on my Instagram. Yeah, it's not like I gave him a fair warning. He threw up, and then brother-in-law needed something to drink, even though there's a house
Well,
there.
quench the fire.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, okay, I guess you had my Boddingtons then. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't mind the shop, but all right, you pussies. Carrying on.
Squiz, I feel like you're asking the wrong question because we've already taken some bottles home, but if you could only take one bottle home with you, which one would you have gone with?
We'll leave this until the end because there are others to try, and I think Dad needs a fair chance to try the others, so he can then decide if there's one he would want, which one would it be? Although, to be fair, I paid him with a coaster. Although, to be fair, I would have sent you home with a 20CL English if you liked it, because... Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I'm sure he won't complain about taking it home. He's got lemonade on the boat.
I literally bought it because I was like...
To be honest, the coaster I will put up in the window.
Yeah, they had a metal sign for it as well.
Yeah.
I only bought the 20CL because
I
I
am
was like...
essentially living the dream.
Until David said he was getting the Norfolk popcorn to bring down, I was like, oh, I'll buy the 20CL English. I'll send Dad with that home, because if he drinks loads of those, he'll just take it home and finish it. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I can remember what I was supposed to be bringing, so I brought the two and the popcorn.
Man, I can
Mine's
smell...
open.
So I can smell the vanilla. It's very present. This is why I liked it, because I love vanilla.
So there's a little info on the box that is
Go on.
slightly interesting.
Read the box.
Welcome to our range of super small batch whiskey.
Super small, 2,000 bottles. at
Small
most.
batch.
Yeah, it's quite small, actually.
You say that. Hold that thought. Our small batch range is limited to a maximum of 10 casks of single malt whiskey.
Yep.
This should give us no more than 6,250 bottles in any
That
given
makes sense.
bottling run.
Yeah, makes sense. Depends on the size of the barrel.
Yeah. Small batches are wonderful to taste, and each batch is released to showcase the work of our distillers and also to highlight the differences that occur in maturation by the use of different wood.
Pause. So, actually, finish. It's fine.
That is it.
So, each is a small cask. That's fair. I have one that's limited to 572 bottles. So naturally, I opened it, made sure it was licked, and then I've had about a third of the bottle already. So it's gone down exceedingly well.
Yes, well enjoyed.
Right, well, I'm going to have a glass, a sip. Have you had a? You finished yours, haven't you?
No, I haven't finished it. No,
Right,
I'm
fine.
taking my time with it.
No, he refused the
How
Heron.
is it with the lemonade?
Honest truth,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
No,
No.
damn it. We've yet to really get you interested.
I'm not super impressed. I'm sorry, but I'm not. And I put quite a bit of lemonade in it to dilute it down a bit.
Yeah.
Because I tried it as
Well,
I tried it
Do you
undiluted,
think? Hang on, I've got an idea here.
and it wasn't.
So Max made a point that across their range, the way they distill it, vanilla is quite a potent flavour across all of their whiskies.
yeah.
Do we think it's the fact perhaps if you're not liking any of these so far, is it the fact they're quite vanilla heavy? Is it perhaps you don't like the vanilla-y whiskey?
Oh,
Actually, do you like vanilla that much?
I do. Yeah, I like vanilla.
I like it as ice cream.
Yeah, absolutely, and in cakes.
I
yeah,
like
no
it as
problem at all.
candles too. I lick them.
You're not supposed to
But
admit
no,
that.
up
Shut
till
up.
now,
I know what you're talking about.
they've all been, great.
Yeah.
This particular one, not a fan.
I'm surprised. 'Cause I really like this.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it is an experimental
Actually, to be
small
fair,
batch, so perhaps...
That's actually fine because David likes something called Speyburn. I don't like it.
Yeah, Speyburn, Braddon, Iraq.
I didn't mind Old Pulteney's Hudart, which feels incomplete but is totally palatable.
I
He
didn't like
hates it.
No.
Yeah.
You like Glenfiddich 12, don't you?
Yeah,
He
love
hates it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He
he has no taste.
He hates the standard.
Wow.
He hates the standard, but David does like Glenfiddich 12 Amontillado Cask. What's that, David? Say it again, David.
I like the Glenfiddich.
Yeah,
Bitch kind
Well,
of
more
sick.
than
I
one.
do like. I'll be
out of
honest
six.
with
I think
you.
technically I like 3
3
Glenfiddich.
out of 6, yeah.
Yeah, I'll say
Yeah.
all the Glenfiddichs that I've had, I've really enjoyed.
Yeah, I sent you a sample of the rum cast, didn't I?
Yes, you
Ah,
did.
so speaking of Glenfiddich, I have a story.
Oh, please share the story.
So, segue. So, Mum and Dad went on a cruise a year or two ago, and they met some people they became friends with. They went to stay with them recently, and Dad said that he would take a bottle of Glenfiddich because that's what the gentleman there drank. You should have seen his face when he looked and saw it was like 40 quid a bottle. So he was like, wait, why is this expensive?
Oh,
So my dad, who has basically, well, his exposure to good whiskey is basically because of us. Because he used to just drink whatever with ginger ale as
Yeah,
Scotch
ginger ale's
American.
good. Buy ginger ale.
Was turning his nose up at the idea of spending over £40 on a bottle of Glenfiddich for someone.
That's how much it costs now, though.
yeah, but this is it. I mean, it's all. It's like I said to Scott with like I said to Thingy about one of the bottles. Its recommended retail is £40.
Yeah.
I don't like it. When it's on special at 25,
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, so
It's like the
it's
Toshi, which
funny
is
you
like
mentioned
22 quid on
that
offer.
Story with others. It's like with so at the moment I'm waiting for Glenmorangie 10 to go on sale
Yeah.
because I will buy it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not going to get it again.
No.
My main bottle is there. It's 10. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I will refill
But
it.
that's
with
that's
10s.
proper OG 10, because that's the pre... I was going to say, I mean,
Rebranding.
in car terms, it's facelift, but it's pre-rebranding, pre-facelift.
Just
Glenmorangie
so it
10.
makes sense here, the Glenmorangie went for a refurb, and the bottles are shorter, which is great because it fits in my cabinet.
He
Then I
likes
got
them
a
to fit
bottle.
in his cabinet. I don't like them because they don't match the rest of my collection.
Yeah, so it's the only one that doesn't match my collection, so it's fine. And I'm not going to change it because it's the very first bottle of whiskey I bought as a birthday whiskey. It's always going to be the odd one out, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Because it's my bottle.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't care.
It's a subjective thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely
I don't
subjective.
I don't like different bottles, of course not. But this one I'll make an exception for.
I've got a bottle of something, I can't think what it is now, in my cabinet, and it looks like a depth charge. The bottle.
Sexton?
And I love it because of that.
Sexton.
That's a big, bulky...
No,
I'm trying to think of big, wide bottles when he says depth
Yeah, no,
charge.
it's like the Ramstein rum. It's a very...
Right.
It looks like a depth charge.
Yeah.
Well, we have to show some other time.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did you think of this? Because we had this on the whiskey tour.
We did. I'm trying to remember what I put down in the book. I
However,
have
there
filled
is
in the book for
something.
the tour.
There is
but
something good.
It is
we
nice.
get to have a bit of fun with it. Oh, we'll send Plumpy in a minute. There is something about this we
I
can
did
do while
message to
David is
ask.
here. There's something here. I like you skipped that. What did it say, David?
I don't know. I just saw your name and I was like, swipe right.
Yeah, I haven't even opened mine.
I have messaged to say,
So,
please ask. Let us know when you need the dog.
This does get to do a test. We haven't been able to do all stream. It's 10 years old, which means we get to, for every second of maturation, put it in our mouth for 10 seconds.
Although I can see your sister, which means we will need the dog even if she hasn't
I'll
messaged.
do the dog now. You do 10
Right.
seconds.
So we will do the first of the evening's age statement whiskies. Well, I say age statement. It's not age statement, but it is 10 years old. So we will do the 1 second in the mouth for every year of maturation, while Meg gives the dog more fuss than he's ever given the woman. Dave says that when he's not in the room to
watch-
avoid beatings.
Just watching to make sure that a certain idiot dog doesn't start
Yes,
barking.
making sure the other dog in the room does not go haywire.
Okay.
If he hasn't eaten it, it doesn't matter.
Tell you what, it is warm in here with us three.
It is, yeah.
It's warm when you have enough whiskey in your system.
Yeah. And let's be honest, we
Right,
have
so-
enough whiskey in the system to drive a horse.
Yeah. So Dave is doing 10 seconds in his mouth. He's used to that. He is going to try and get as much flavour out as he can, which is what he normally does after he strokes the show. And hopefully he'll... what do you think? David?
It's
David?
nice. It's very forward on the mouth. There's a lot on the front of the tongue. It's quite citrusy. It's not acidic, but it's citrusy. It's a little bit of sharpness, but it does go down very smoothly.
A lot of whiskies, when I put them on my tongue and you work it for the time you're meant to, usually it gets a bit dry. I'm salivating a fair
Yeah,
bit.
no, this isn't doing that. No,
This is
the
a very
opposite.
this is a very moist whiskey.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't
There's a good
resist.
mouth. There's a good mouth coating.
Bit weird, but all right. Is old boy Charlie there? Yes, he is.
Yes.
And by Plumpy indeed.
Yes, he is.
Charlie is asleep in the.
He is at the moment. Yes, until my dad
A nice
disappears
pink
and he starts
fluffy bed.
barking again.
Yep.
Yes, well, I'm sure my dad would love to curl up in that later.
It depends how drunk we get him.
About a pink fluffy bed.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Depends how drunk we get him as whether we can put the
Pink
camp bed
fluffy
together.
he can do that.
yeah,
At least the airbed, I just have to get out. Well, I have to get out of the car,
Last time
but
we were
I have to
drinking,
plug
you said
it
you
in.
were just going to lounge there, didn't you?
I did say I was going to lay on the sofa, but I actually did put the bed up.
That's
and
fair,
Slept like a dead.
I had to be up 6 hours later. I
Yeah.
got up and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't have a hangover.
Yeah, I've got to
Yeah,
get up at 6 tomorrow. So
absolutely.
all I've got to do is get the stuff out of the car, plug the bed in, inflate it, and
If
go.
you're drinking good whiskey, you don't get hangovers.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're fucked then.
I was going, given that you haven't liked many of these, but you haven't necessarily
Been impressed.
been impressed with any of these so far, have you? They've been
I've not.
tolerable,
I've
perhaps.
been underwhelmed.
Well, you
except for the ginger nut one. That's
Yeah.
delightful.
the ginger nut.
So,
That wasn't a whiskey,
so
though.
just for
It was
reference,
whiskey,
chat,
yeah.
It was a sherry.
Meg's dad, the resident, I suppose, oik in whiskey terms,
Yeah.
bit harsh.
has not liked
I
the
would-
world's
I wouldn't
best
say that.
Scotch whiskey
I wouldn't
or the
say
world's
that.
best
No,
single
no,
malt.
no.
I haven't. I
never
haven't.
say
But
that.
I don't see that I have to because
No.
because it proclaims itself this and that.
Yeah.
If I don't agree with it, I don't
Yeah,
agree with
no.
it.
So it says here, Squiz, I paid £40 for a bottle of Tamnavulin and it was awful. I'd love to know which one.
Which one? Yeah.
Because usually they're not 40 quid.
Yeah,
And they're not
generally,
awful either.
Tamdavoulin's pretty good.
There
They're,
is, however,
they're solid at best.
well,
At
okay.
worst, they're solid.
So there's one that sucks ass. The American Cabernet Sauvignon
Well,
wine
yeah,
cask
okay,
finish.
yeah,
It's god awful. So much so, I got rid of it as a streams whiskey and it's not behind the bar. The white wine cask isn't great either, which sucks because I did.
We like other white wine casks.
No, it's not that. The only place you could buy it at the time when it came out was Asda.
Oh,
So naturally, I did an Asda food shop and only ordered that. The guy turned up with just a tray and one bottle of whiskey. My sister opens the door and goes, he's a dickhead.
Yeah, but bear in mind, you also asked me to look in Sainsbury's for the one that they only sold in Sainsbury's. They didn't have your way.
Yeah.
I bought you it. I rang you, and you're like, "Yeah, I've already got it."
They
I was like,
yeah,
"Fuck you."
because they'd finally got it in my
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
They'd loads of them.
The day I went and bought it and rang him, he was like, "Yeah, I've already got it."
Yeah, but I gave it back to him, didn't I? I gave it to you,
You
didn't I?
did, yeah.
I paid you back and then gave you the bottle. So you got quids in.
thing of it is, I feel personally that you drink it how you want to drink it.
Agreed. I
And
don't.
if you don't like what
Yeah.
is apparently a really
Yes.
good whiskey, you don't like it.
See, that's the thing. We really like the English whiskey.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's a sentimental thing as well.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Agreed.
Nothing wrong with it at
So
all.
the older Englishman doesn't like English whiskey. F, which is the respect.
Yeah.
That's fair. And I'd love to know which Tamnavulin it was if you could tell me, Squiz. We'd really like to, because I like Tamnavulin.
I love it.
My
The
birthday.
bottle that I've got.
Is that one I gave you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, that was sent to me off my wish list. That's
Yeah.
why
It was.
I was.
yeah.
I've
And
got
It's
the
lovely.
double cask. I've got 4 bottles of that. because I keep getting given it.
Yeah. So that's for you. That is your equivalent of my American oak, isn't it?
Oh, is that Auchentoshan? He had like 3 or 4 in one go at one point. It was so. It's just a drinkable whiskey. Although
I bought myself. I had a bottle on the go. I bought myself a bottle. Someone from work bought me a bottle, and someone else from work bought me a bottle.
Fun thing, right? The Auchentoshan, it's an easy drinker. But the thing with the Town of Ullin was, I kept getting given the same one. Yet I didn't really get to it. It's a daft bottle to exist when you've got that's double cask bourbon and sherry cask.
Yeah.
The other standard is a sherry cask. So why do you have the double cask as well?
Yeah.
Why not just commit to one?
Yeah.
It seems dumb,
Agreed.
especially when they've now committed to the Asian market and gone with wine cask finishes. They make Town of Ullin's one of the bigger. Town of Ullin's owned by
They're one of the bigger wine cask
by,
ones, aren't
William
they?
Grant and Sons. They're owned by a few. They've got a couple of distilleries as well, and they're focusing on the Asian market right now. And
Yeah, CD rack there.
they keep on making huge. I'm trying not to stand in front of him so you could talk to him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you can't really pace when there's two other people, can you? He normally paces side to side. He's trying not to
It's
interrupt.
because
them,
you're here. I don't want to do that. No,
Fine.
but because they're trying to focus on the market, they're doing wine casks, and it's working. It's great. Before we continue, don't forget if you like the stream, please hit the like. We'd appreciate it.
You've still got some left.
Like, subscribe.
If you haven't already, of course. But this channel, usually, unless I cover really fat bimbos, loses subs. So I don't really care.
Oh, well.
I don't really care. This channel's a live stream channel. It doesn't matter.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I do. You don't know this, but the majority of my content does really well on YouTube. Covers people who are morbidly obese, super morbidly, like 500 pounds. Us two plus David put together.
I'm getting there.
You are nowhere near them. They can't walk.
As if I make a dent in them.
Okay. You could do 10,000 steps. They can't do 10
Yeah, I
steps.
die.
Yes, but they die on 10.
Yeah.
So I do most of my bigger videos do well on them. So I do streams on them. I grow in channel subs. I do politics here, which I do weekly, and I do whiskey streams. We lose subs. That's fine. I don't mind because it's a live stream channel. It's not my main channel. It's not the one that I make my income, my life from. You know.
I understand.
Yeah.
For those of you that can pick this up, and are counting, that is Yawn 2 for Meg's dad.
Oh, was it my dad yawning?
Yeah, sorry about that. I've been up since 6
So
this
for
morning.
those doing the yawn counter,
I was only at half
it's
an
Yawn
hour
2
after
for
you,
Meg.
but I was awake at 6 as well.
Yeah, but I've driven
You've been-
200 plus miles.
You've been the busy boy. I've been working.
Oh, you beat
but
me today then.
See,
I was
the thing is
186.
when I'm sat at the computer, it's just glassy eye working.
Yeah, gotcha.
Very different. You drive, it's a lot more intensive.
I'm sitting on the M1
Yeah.
at 50 miles an hour thinking, why am I
You're
doing
getting,
this?
you're getting done. Well, this is why.
This is why, yeah.
You're on a
Absolutely.
podcast. where
You got to see your
family.
daughter on her birthday, and you got to drink some. I would say good whiskey, but apparently you're not necessarily enjoying it as much as we are. So
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's bad whiskey.
He had a nice glass of sherry.
What I'm saying is I've had better
they're fine. I know that.
Oh no, they're not.
to my palate. But of course, it's subjective.
Yeah.
I've got a very sweet tooth.
Would you like another?
Like father, like son.
Sweeter. I love the sweeter whiskies.
So next on the list,
the more savoury whiskies, they're kind of lost on me.
I mean,
right. So we're going to move on to the next whiskey because this is where we're going to reach a fork in the road.
Because we haven't had enough yet.
Yes,
we're getting there.
Okay.
we're nearly done.
You say that.
I'm not complaining.
There's always 3 to go.
No, 2, third potential. So this one, we're not sure if you will or not, but this is a unique one because we've got to try it.
Yep.
There are subtle tasting notes,
No.
Right.
but also it's a distillery exclusive called the Infinity Cask. Misspelt on the label description, it's called the Infinity. The bottle,
Infinity.
the bottle is
Infint
spelt- well,
IY.
yeah. So the label says Infinity. Give me the bottle.
Yeah.
I'll show it to Dad.
Infinity.
No, it's Burgundy.
Okay, that's
It's next to the sherry on the floor.
Sorry, I'm working in order along.
Yeah, the order I put, but not your bottles.
Yeah, sorry.
Right. So if this makes sense, the bottle says the English
So
distillery.
how do you spell infinity?
Excuse me.
That's 3.
3?
For those of you on count.
INITY.
Right. So the Infinity Cask is written on the bottle, as you all see. Underneath,
Infinity.
underneath your classification, single cask, and then right there, do you see?
Can't see too dark. Hang on. Old man eyes. I thought we were talking about whiskies from another cast time.
No, keep going up the top.
Inf-
There you go. He found it. He found it. Infintiy.
Infinity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Infinity. Yeah.
Right. So this is
Yeah.
David.
Infinity.
We liked this, and
Initially, I thought that was infinity, but actually, I realised.
What's worrying-
It's one of those things where your eyes read the right word
Yeah.
because the letters are there just in the wrong order.
what's worrying about this is we know this is peated 24 ppm, which is 20 ppm less than
Lefroy.
Yeah, we're worried because Dad hasn't really been impressed by any so far, and I don't think the next two will.
But
So-
equally, he does like Elsa Day, which is 22.
Well,
It's not the end of the world, and
that's fine.
if you don't try it, you never know.
true, but I don't. Rather than committing a glass, how about a snifter and a little finger test first?
Yeah.
And if you don't, Norfolk popcorn or the sherry.
Absolutely.
And if you want to try the sherry with the lemonade, then there's an experiment there you could try first.
that'll be different, won't it?
So if you don't, David didn't break anything.
I'm impressed.
Right,
Actually, he hasn't broken anything so
Here's
far.
your snifter.
I'm getting better at this.
But then the day's not over.
Right, Dad's going to do his little snifter of this, and he can tell us what he thinks. Now, David, tell everyone about this while Dad sniffs it. Tell us what this is about. How they do this.
So basically, what they do is they have a selection of casks. They have some that are peated and some that are non-peated. This is a peated variant, but basically the principle is the same between peated and non-peated. What they age some whiskey. They use casks for certain whiskies. What is left, they mix together and make a blended single malt of infinity cask, is what they call it. It's basically a mix of different peated, in this case, whiskies. They put together into a bottle. And no, I'm not looking at my phone.
No, I'm not texting. I'm checking the
But
alerts.
on the standard version is the non-peated whiskies. So they mix bits together to make a whiskey, which they call the infinity cask, because it is put in one cask. They drain, pour, bottle half of it, and then they add to it. So
Yeah.
it's always changing.
So there's
they do a batch of peated, and then when they refill that, they then do a batch of non-peated,
Right.
and then they refill that.
So
they alternate.
there is one other distillery in the world that does this, called Loch Fyne. Loch Fyne, who I have a bottle of, batch number 3, which is one of the earliest, they will take a batch and then whatever's left over, they'll then add something else to it to make it into a blended malt. And they'll keep doing this. It's on batch like number 17 now or something.
Yeah.
I've got batch 3 as a birthday whiskey
3,
from
yes.
David years ago as a gift set.
Because I was in the whiskey shop and I tried a couple of things, so I was trying to find you something that was different.
Batch
And I
number
found
3, which I have, is the worst rated of all of them. Yeah, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I liked it. It was nice.
Dad doesn't want that. He wants the sherry cask. He doesn't
no.
know. Yep. Do you want me to put the sherry? Do you want the ginger sherry in that?
So what we've discovered is Meg's dad does not like the infinity peated, which is fair because it is peated.
I've put it in
quite a long.
this.
That's an hell no.
Put it in the jigger, by the way.
Okay,
Really don't
no,
like that.
fair enough. That was one that we were probably thinking you definitely wouldn't
Yeah,
like.
Well,
you're right.
you-
It was low enough ppm. We
Be
thought it'd be
honest,
worth a
old
try.
bonfire.
I know damn well.
Unfortunately.
So
I did try it. I sniffed it first.
yeah,
Sniff was okay.
yeah.
Taste, good lord.
Would you like more popcorn or would you like more world's
Nothing at the
best?
moment, thank you.
No, you're okay.
I'd like you, if perhaps later you're willing to, I'd like you to try the sherry with the lemonade because I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm kind of curious on
I
that.
just want to
Clean the palate a
take
bit
my
more.
foot off the gas for a second.
I get that. Okay, so I've put it in the jigger. Would you like to pour 2 glasses? This is the one that David bought. I didn't buy this because I wanted. I would have got it. Oh. I really wanted the virgin oak bottle because I like the top. I love the. Also, I really enjoyed the vanilla
Chunky
flavour.
cork.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the 15. I wanted a regular drinking whiskey that looked impressive,
See, I'm
and I like it. So,
Yeah,
see,
absolutely.
I'm slightly annoyed that I tried the D-Day.
Okay,
Because-
hang on. No, they won't know what you mean by that. Do you want to explain that?
So earlier in the year, the English.
In the background of the image, on the second left, is an image of a bottle called the English 80. This is what David is now referring to. Carry on.
So they released a bottle for the 80th anniversary of D-Day, the D-Day landings. Being a historian, yes, feel free to mock. I decided, yes, I want this, so I bought a bottle. No idea what it tastes like, never had it. So whilst I was at the distillery, we were speaking to Max, and I asked the question of
The tour guide.
do you happen to have any of this? Could I try some? Because I have a bottle of it, but I've never had any. And he was like, yeah, I'll make sure you get a sample of it.
I got to try it as well.
So we went downstairs, and he let us have a sample, and it was really good.
It was all right.
Which is really bad because I kind of want to open. It's good enough that I kind of want to open the bottle,
David,
but I know I shouldn't.
David, how many of the English's collectible whiskies do you own? It's 4, by the way. Just 4.
Yeah.
Surely you could take that down to 3 because the others are coronation and anniversary related. Anyway, questions from the chat. What is my father's favourite drink? Old-fashioned.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, with lemonade.
And that won't be an old-fashioned, will it? He likes an old-fashioned. A good old-fashioned whiskey old-fashioned. We had, last time we was here, we didn't stream this. I bought a 50cl bottle of Johnny Walker pre-made mixed old-fashioned. We finished that in 2 rounds. We were done. It was gone. We weren't done.
And it was good.
Yeah. We made the world in 7 days, and it was good.
Yeah.
We finished that in 2 rounds, and we carry on with rums and other whiskies because let's have it.
Yeah.
All right.
That was definitely
done.
a mixing your drinks night.
On board, I've just finished a bottle of Chivas Regal.
Did you get that from me?
Yep.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I was mixing that as old fashions on board, and that's just been finished. And absolutely love an old fashioned.
So Dad does his old fashions a bit different. Not different per se, but if it's done by a bar, they don't generally do doubles.
No. Or
Yours,
triples.
you mentioned you do doubles a fair bit.
These are more like trebles.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we have, there is a Dave pour, which is basically double, and there is a Meg's dad pour, which is a yes.
Yeah. That's the recipe.
Have I left just enough room in the glass for the other ingredients? Yes.
That was the recipe that I was given. And let's be honest, if I'm having a spiced rum,
Oh, what a shame.
it's 4 measures and a bottle of lime coke.
Keep that lesson again. For those who don't know, anyway, there are enough tears to pouring and tears to sipping. When we used to play FIFA, I would do what was dubbed a Meg sip, which is a very small, a white girl bitch drink, like barely enough in. I didn't want to get hammered. I had to pace myself.
Yeah.
But to keep up with him, I have to sip like him, which is a proper mouthful.
The Dave sip, yeah. So for reference for my
Indignation,
yes, Meg has just poured another shot into my drink of
At
the
least.
Infinity,
Yeah.
at least.
Why are you complaining?
I'm not necessarily complaining per se.
Your indignation.
It's
is
more the
disgusting.
fact that I have to get up at 6 and I have to set up an airbed.
Oh, no. Hang on, let me just help you here. Oh no, what a shame. I am so sorry.
Yeah, but my minions to make coffee aren't allowed down until after 7, so I have to go an hour without coffee.
What a shame.
Look at my face. Is he bothered?
I'm sorry, Catherine Tate.
Catherine Tate's nan was my partner's mum. 100%.
That was too big a mouthful.
That was it. That was a dad pour Dave sip. So while we're here,
Ooh,
would you like
it's
to try
nice,
sherry
but-
with the lemonade? Do you want to support it, set it up at least?
I'm all right in a minute.
Yeah?
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. No sarcasm detected. Stop
Oh dear
complaining.
lord. Oh
Hello-
no.
hello-
Oh no.
hello-
Alert. 7.
Hello, Leona. Hope you're well. Leona is my my number 1 mod and sufferer of David's.
Sorry.
Shut up.
Hope you will. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, she suffers a fair amount, but not as much as David, of course, because he has to dab on everyone and say, I suffer.
To be fair,
I paid you back. I'm not in debt to you. Shut up.
you're not in debt to me, but I've known you since what, 2017?
2007.
No, 2007. Yeah, even better.
If it was
Even worse.
27, it would be, it's a 10-year.
Do you realise how many years that's going to be in 3 years' time?
Yeah, that's just disturbing.
Yeah, 2027 is coming up.
Yeah.
You know, it's when you get hit with things like that. You know.
It's alright. I've known someone longer, so it's okay.
Well, I had a
That
thing
isn't
come
my-
up the
one of
other
my
day.
parents.
The Dark Side of the Moon was released 50 years ago.
So the traditional
That's my
20-year
favourite album.
20-year traditional gift
It's not a wedding anniversary gift.
is platinum.
Yeah, you can have a Johnny Walker Platinum by all means. You have it for my cabinet.
Oh, you think you've had a bad whiskey tonight? Oh, I tell you what, mate, you know nothing.
Easy. Job done.
It says at the top Emerald, and I'm like, there isn't a. I mean, Johnny Walker Green. If you just write the word Emerald in Sharpie.
That green fancy 20 grand bottle.
You've got traditional gift platinum china for 20, but the top images are emerald, and I'm like, I wish it was emerald because I'd be like, yo, can you just get me all the emeralds in Sonic or something? Like, fam,
Yes,
make me Superman.
Meg, you can have my bottle of Johnny Walker Platinum.
Emerald green. That sounds like.
That's a that's a Pokemon game. Job done.
Yeah, Sonic. Yeah, yeah. Pokemon Emerald. I've got that in my
there we
room.
go.
I've
Job
got it.
done.
Already got it. It's fine. No. I'd rather have Kendall Mint. Johnny Walker Platinum is so bad. I wouldn't.
Really?
I would never give it. I would never give it. I wouldn't even give it to a paedophile. Like, it's so bad.
really?
And cancelled.
Yeah, honestly.
Not something that you
No,
can turn
so-
into old fashioned.
No. So this is the
Unsalvageable.
replacement for
really?
Johnny Walker Gold 18-year centenary, which you do have. That
Bottle
one.
light, yes.
Yeah.
I have a bottle in the cabinet.
It's the 18 inverted commas year old. It tastes like, well, nothing. It has the quality of, well, drain cleaner. And yet is in a really, really fancy box with like a pop magnetic
Right.
lid.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a plastic container. It's beautifully square with a
It
slightly
looks
edged side.
amazing.
There's a button at the top. You can lift the lid off, take the lid off separately.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. The quality, though, no. Honestly,
I spent all the money on the
Yeah.
presentation.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I, when we had a glass of it after a Dragon Force gig with the brother-in-law,
Right.
it was the only thing I've never been able to finish.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish it.
Neither of
I
us
couldn't even
drank
shoot
it. He did drink it, but
With me,
no,
brother-in-law, yeah.
But
He thought
to
it was
him,
good,
that was good.
Yeah.
And to be fair, in some respects, yes, it is a good whiskey.
Everyone's
But-
palate is different,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's good.
It's
you're
an
homeless
18-year-old
and then
Johnny Walker aged with, and bear in mind what Johnny Walker put into their
If
whiskies.
you're living under the bridge.
I'll tell you what. If by the way, you grew up licking windows on a bus for the flavour, you'll find Johnny
Hi,
Walker
brother-in-law.
Platinum, or Johnny Walker 18 as it is now known, is absolutely chef's king kisses.
Yeah. But bear in mind the whiskey that Johnny Walker use for their whiskies.
Okay.
We're talking like Talisker, Kalila, those
Okay.
sort of things.
Okay.
Really?
Cameron
right.
Bridge and
Before we talk about that,
Pitty
no, stop. Right, Johnny Walker is a blended malt.
Yep.
It is a blend of many different Diageo ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we planned, before we knew you were staying for the weekend, we were going to do a Discord voice chat with some of my patrons. And up here in the corner of my up bar here are 4 little samples with Johnny Walker Blue.
All right.
Those 4 make up ingredients that make up
Johnny
Johnny
Walker
Walker. But there are many other ingredients.
Okay.
We have a Kalila Isla, which you would never like. Ben Rins 15, I bought David in
Yeah,
January.
which is lush.
We have a Glenkinchie, and we have a...
Which we've
something
never
else.
had.
There's something else there. No, I've had Glenkinchie.
Clonelish, and
Because it's called 4 Corners, because they're from the 4 main regions.
Yeah.
Highland, Lowland, Isla, and Speyside.
Right.
But they take ingredients from other places as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
All different age statements to make
Yeah.
Johnny Walker Blue.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
called
get
the Four,
flavour
and
profile.
every year, Johnny Walker release a series called the 4 Corners series, and they release limited edition bottles of 4 of the main ingredients.
Right.
And they're great. And Glenkinchie's great. It's a great Lowland. I love it. Yeah, I have
And
no
we're looking
bottles of it.
forward
It
to
keeps disappearing.
Yeah, we're looking
Oh,
forward to special
bugger.
releases
What a shame.
2025,
Can't understand it.
2024 even.
I have another
Yeah.
bottle arriving tomorrow. It's fine, but it won't last long.
'Cause last year we got some of the 2023 special releases. We had the Singleton Talisker, Lagavulin, and that. Glenkinchie was a 27-year-old.
Yes, the oldest they've ever done.
Yeah,
and,
and
you
that
can
sold
get-
out like that.
So you can get
Much
some
like the
still.
Rosal
There-
12.
There are still some.
But it's no guarantee of quality.
No.
though, is
Well,
it?
it's not necessarily that. It's part of the collection. If you get all of them, the oldest one's the most expensive.
Yeah.
Always the case.
I understand that, but it might not necessarily be the best.
No, we have discussed that before.
So-
that age
and-
isn't necessarily a guarantee of
And
quality.
it may suit your
Sounds like
palate.
a 007 quote from Skyfall.
It may suit your
Or
palate.
No
but
Time to
may
Die.
not suit
So,
mine.
actually, in this instance, Glenkinchie, while in this instance it does buck the trend, because Glenkinchie's a lowland. Lowlands are the fruitiest, sweetest of the lot.
Fruity and sweet, yeah, absolutely.
Glenkinchie is exactly that.
Yeah.
It is absolutely... I've not had that particular version, of course not. It's too expensive. Oh, actually, no.
Yeah, 'cause it wasn't in the sample set either, was it?
No, nor was a Rosal. But
No.
in this instance, if I had gotten I could have in January, if they had it in the whiskey shop, I could have bought it. But I would have opened it. But the Glenkinchie, I've had the standard version before. The thing with the Diageos is they're all cask strengths. They're 50, 55, 57.9, 59.1. They're brutally strong.
Yeah.
Just to go back on this, though, because this is important. Before you carry on with the...
Is that meant to be stuck to the thing?
And they do.
Yeah.
Some of them...
59.7.
Yeah. They're stunning. Dad's had a glass of that and he liked it.
Yeah.
The three port cask finished Talisker. I sent you a sample back.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, so why that?
That's nice.
Sat there drinking a double oak, and I'm like, he's not driving.
I'm driving.
You're drinking that you were doing that in my living room after
This is
my
why
sister's surgery or something.
I'm pretty sure this night is why you're saying the weekend.
Yeah, funnily enough. That and visiting.
Is there any tasting notes on the bottle for this? Because I never bothered to look at this. David is now having a look. It's 12 years. I have no English. I have a glass of Irish Tullamore. Oh, you have the 12-year-old.
Lovely. Tullamore Dew.
Tullamore 12.
Gorgeous.
Actually, that reminds me. So I recently have made a PDF file of all the bottles behind the bar, which I will be sending anyone that comes over.
Oh, you left bottle over.
I was looking for the bottle.
I'll read it
Meg's got the
instead.
bottle.
I'll read it instead. Thank you. So it has no tasting notes.
No.
There's me hunting around all the bottles looking for the bottle, and Meg's got the bottle on his side table, 10 feet
For my
from me.
safety. No, I've sent the PDF to David, and then the other day I was tidying up my bar to make sure I knew all the... I did it by memory. I sat at the computer and did this whole PDF file, 4 pages, menu, regions,
Oh, yes. Meg has a menu for the bar.
Speyside, Highlands, all that are behind the bar. I was like, I'll send that to David. I'll send it to my dad eventually when it's done. And that way, when we come over for just a drink, no stream, no nothing, he can just pick his
We
drink.
do need to put some prices on there.
Yes, I did for the expensive ones. And I put minus £1. I put minus on one.
Yeah.
Which one was it, David?
I don't know. I didn't look that
Tail
closely.
of the Forest. I give you £1 to have a shot of it.
Yeah.
That's probably something that I'd really enjoy.
To be fair, see, this is interesting because
no.
we didn't. No, yeah, but you say that we drank it neat, and we didn't like it.
Yeah.
I then tried it with some water.
Stop. We ended the stream first.
Yeah. We'd done the stream, and I then tried it with some water, and actually, it was a lot
It
better.
unlocked the
Yeah.
flavour. But it annoyed us because it was so frustrating. Because then we found other whiskies that someone might buy.
That's sort
Because
of
I prefer it
cheating a
neat.
little bit.
I prefer it neat. I just do.
Yeah.
But
The only you've got Tullamore, that's fine.
But yes, Tullamore 12, delightful. Very nice Tullamore 12 is.
Yeah.
But the only one, there is one Tullamore behind the bar, cider cask, very aptly, very nice. But I have a menu I made. Leona, Wildling in the chat, Leona helped me, because I was doing it on Discord, I was just screen sharing while I was making this PDF, 4 pages later, and I had it all done. And then a couple of days ago, I was like, I missed, out of about 80 bottles, 4. From memory, I only forgot
Not
4.
bad.
That's
not bad.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
take that.
clearly that means I have Alzheimer's.
I'll be honest. I have to check again. I have my spreadsheet. I have to check against my cabinet to make
My
sure.
spreadsheet. Oh,
Yeah,
good
by the way,
lord.
by the way.
You're taking it far too
By the way,
seriously.
No. It's
Yeah.
not just a spreadsheet, it's alphabetical
Yeah,
and
my
chronological.
whiskey's insured.
It's all alphabetical and chronological.
That's like my whiskey is the only specific item on my contents insurance.
Just the thing, before we finish this whiskey and move on, I should just say, I have about 30 to 40 photos of bottles that might well go down in value on your insurance coverage after I've licked the f out of them.
Yeah,
When he was
well.
asleep, I went and did his internet cable, and I was like, right, let's lick some bottles.
He did. I woke up in the morning and I got up and he'd moved the cabinet, cut a panel out, put the router and stuff in, put it back, and apparently licked
Did
the
about
bottles.
100 press-ups, did some sit-ups, had my breakfast, I was up for a while because,
Yes, I bought some Weetabix for you.
send it.
I'm going to have one more sip first because
I'm not.
quite a lot.
Tell you what, that's a banging shot. You all right?
Yep.
Your back want to crack?
Nope. My legs. That's my issue.
Oh, right. You were on the footrest along, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shall return swiftly, but with style.
Fair enough. Do you want us to pour you a drink?
So basically, he's going to fall over the step
right.
between the office and the lounge.
Sort of like sherry. Do him a double.
Oh, hang on.
Hurry up, don't dawdle. A bit more. There we go.
Hashtag, you heard nothing.
Oh, I can't put the bottom up. You know what that'll do?
Meg versus
No,
Lemonade.
it won't screw up properly because it's got that new attacher thing where it doesn't properly separate, does it? Expect to hear Charlie barking in a moment because my dad's dog is senile and worried my dad has gone missing.
We
So-
like licking. Hang on, I'm going to go give the dog fuss.
Okay, so just a thing to finish on this whiskey before we move on. It's a delightful shot. I really enjoyed it. Hello, Charlie. Hi, buddy.
Bed.
It's not going to respond to higher vocal frequency.
Bed.
Wait. Good boy, eh? Good boy. Go on. There you go. He won't listen. Don't worry about him. He'll be back in a minute. Anyway, carry on, David. As a shot, it builds up in fire in the chest. It sits really nice. Will gladly dislike. Penguin, stop being a contrarian. Now,
Hang on. Yeah, Penguin. How dare you? That's reserved for Yempy.
yes, thank you. It's a delightful shot. It goes down nicely. It's very warm on the chest. Very, very, very. It's not peated. It's not like strong. It's the kind of peated. If you like peated whiskey as like a nice stable like background thing, it's present, but it's not overwhelming. And I know my dad's not overly fond of these whiskies so far, but I really like them. I think they're fantastic. They've got a nice. Oh, yeah.
They're all very
Yeah,
mild.
they're nice.
Well, I say mild in the sense of
Well, we really enjoy them.
balanced. Yeah,
We like English
they're very
whiskey.
flavourful.
Yeah, very flavourful. We poured you a drink.
Superb.
do you
Good
enjoy?
old Funny colour.
Yeah, it's the sherry.
Yes, and the port.
That explains it.
That, the port, some gin,
Oh,
some
dear
vodka,
me.
you know.
Yeah, what the hell?
I think it says Heron at the bottom.
But yeah. But yeah, so just reading off the box. So an Infinity cask is one that never empties. When the cask is half full, we top it up with whiskey from another cask type. Result is a unique and layered whiskey. This
It's also
one
a distillery exclusive.
yeah, so exclusive, and it's 24 phenol parts per million for peat.
Yes, so just to make this 24 is 21 less than a standard Lafroig.
And quarter casks, they're both about the same.
Yes, but the quarter cask is stronger on the percentage, which packs a lot more punch.
Oh, good lord, that's gorgeous.
Right? Is it?
Yeah.
So for those in the chat, I might not have said
We
this.
are out that one.
I thought I was doing my dad a little dirty by pouring him a Dave pour, and then obviously I don't do lemonade, so I'm not really. I couldn't do the bottle up either. I couldn't do it up because
Obviously, it's not idiot proof.
well, it's not that. It's that stupid new little tab thing
Yeah,
you do.
tell me.
For those who don't know, European bottles now have this new prerequisite where the top is not allowed to separate from the rest, so it folds over.
Yeah.
So when you try and do it up when you've had a fair few drinks, it doesn't
It's
really
a pain
want
in
to.
the arse.
It doesn't want to.
It doesn't line up.
It's
at all.
it's ball ache, all right.
Yeah.
Ooh, that water tasted whiskey-like. Okay, so this is a distillery exclusive. David bought this one. This was his main one. The next one is not the main one. The next one is my one, which is 11 years old. It is stronger than God tier. It is 57.9%. I bottled this myself. The tour guide very kindly shrink wrapped the top.
Yeah.
He even did the label for me because I'm left-handed. I can't do the label because I was smudge.
Of course you will.
He did mine as well, but that's because my writing is terrible.
Yes, it is. This is 55 ppm. There's no way you're drinking this, Dad.
No.
So,
Anyway.
would you like popcorn? Would you
No,
like
he's got
original?
sherry. He's
or-
got sherry.
I've got sherry.
True, yes.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Thank
He
you.
has an entire whole glass of
yeah.
sherry.
Do I ever?
See, yeah, chuck it on the floor. I've got
Stitched
a
up
bin
when I
pile.
left the room.
Hang on. Let me just.
Look, I've got a neat pile of bin.
He's enjoying it too much. This is.
Oh, you got to spit on that thing.
You know the meme. Okay. All right. So this. This is the English Distillery exclusive. No lie, I had the tour guide next to me because I was like, "How far do I bottle this?" And he's like, "I'll tell you when to stop." And I'm like, "Thank for that."
Yeah.
I bottled it. I know David bottled his slightly higher because he took liberties,
Yep.
as you should.
To be fair,
Well, you
that
know.
was my mum. Mum was sitting there going, fill it more, fill it more.
Good influence.
Have it coming out the top.
The thing is, right? His dad came up to me after I bottled it and I had all my stuff, and his dad goes, "You got enough there?" And I'm like, "You're not my dad." I was like, smile on my face, like, "You ain't my dad. I'll buy what I want." David, can I have your card?
Yeah, he looked at me at that point. He was like, "Why are you buying his whiskey?" I was like,
Yeah.
"It's fine. It's all good."
Okay, so I
Because
bottled.
I'm not allowed to buy more whiskey. I don't need more whiskey apparently.
Nobody would tell me that in this house. Because what's the?
Not in this house, but in my house.
Seriously, why?
I say my house.
Why waste your breath telling you that?
No.
My dad's of the opinion that I don't need more whiskey. I have enough whiskey.
Need and want are not the same thing.
Yeah, I
So
know.
I bottled this myself. Before David, I got to try this. And I did have a sip because I was like, Burgundy. Immediately the word caught my
Yeah.
attention. That's the only reason I went for it.
Yeah.
I had a little sip and I was like,
It's the fact it's a wine cask. It was pretty strong percentage. and it
pretty
was
strong.
Yeah.
Okay, give me
I'm
a
being
second.
generous.
Let me
Blow your
cook.
damn doors off. strong.
Let me cook. So that's a new Gen Z thing of let me continue. Let me cook.
But
Yeah, I know, right?
where's the food?
Shut up. I've got some chocolate in there. so
Gen Z don't understand this. If they're cooking, where is my food?
Don't be pedantic and fix my sign. You've wonkied it.
Boomer generation, get on with it.
You're Gen X.
I'm
Now,
not on boomer.
oh yeah, you are 2 years shy. Anyway, right. So I got to try this, and I immediately told David because yes, and I thought David will be smart. He'll get the muscatel unpeated. But then I remembered last time we were here, he picked the peated because he's a dickhead. So he straight away bought this as well. I was like, all right, fair enough. That's okay. We'll let this go. Let the man cook, damn it. Exactly, Leona. Thank you. That's the term. All right. So I don't know what my dad's going to get. I'm going to let you smell this, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Have a smell. And say, I bottled this myself. I'm very proud of this. Very first time. What can you smell?
Oh, bonfires.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'll take that back.
Yesterday's
I
bonfire.
can tell this stream is going wild.
Okay. So
Thank you,
Yeah,
Michael.
we're fairly deep
Yeah.
into the stream, to be fair.
Hello.
We're very deep into a significant amount of whiskey at this
Thank
point.
you. My dad sent me a picture. Sent David a picture of showed me a picture of a literal heron and sent it to David. Hello, Michael Skyline.
Heron,
Hope you're well.
it's good. I'm empty. We're good.
What do you smell, David? That's right, God tier. You're right.
Success.
Yes. I just.
I
thing is,
smell victory.
this cost as much as the Virgin Oak, but is 20 cl less because obviously it's done from a barrel
Yeah.
in the shop.
Yeah. You have
Yeah.
to self-pour.
You're kind of paying for the experience as well,
Yes.
aren't you? Let's be
I had a
honest.
really. The lady brought a bottle over to me with a label. With the labels next to it, next to the barrels, and I asked. I said I couldn't do it. The Max, the tour guide, said he'd do it for me.
Yeah.
He got a Black and Decker heat gun out and did the
Oh,
seal
bless.
around it.
Yeah.
Because
Well, you gotta use that,
Well,
yeah.
they seal it on site for you. They did it for
Yeah,
David
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Can't complain.
We have no tasting notes
No.
because it doesn't exist anywhere else.
No.
It's only Distillery.
Yeah,
Same
and,
as
and
the-
it only exists
Yes.
for a short period of time.
Exactly.
Now.
And it
Yeah.
only exists, and also the Infinity cask
Infinity
also
cask.
only
Yeah.
exists
Yeah.
there.
Now.
Like, all right
Yeah.
then.
Because the next one will be different. Because it'll be half of whatever was left in that one,
To be
plus
honest,
whatever they've
in a
added.
couple of days,
Yeah.
that will have changed its flavour as well.
Yeah.
Very small amounts,
Yeah.
but it will have changed its flavour.
Agreed.
Well, this-
Hello, Bry. Hope you're enjoying your Bemore. That's another thing. Isla.
Oh, yeah.
Spelt Bowmore, pronounced Bemore. We didn't
Alright.
know this. We didn't
No.
know until the tour guide said it because he loves Isla, and we're like, we both own a bottle of Octomore. In January, we're going back there, and I'm
Yeah.
tempted to take one of my Octomores with me, see if he's there, and just offer
We
him a
should,
sample.
yeah. We should bring in advance. Like, can you make Max work on this date? We need him.
We both own a bottle of Octomore, which is super heavily peated.
Okay.
His is twice the strength of mine, roughly.
Yeah.
And I'd be tempted to take my bottle and offer him a dram because he loves Isla. And I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
He's never tried Octomore, that's why.
Yeah, so there's got to be limits to how bonfire-y you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's
Oct-
younger than us. that's the
Octomore
thing,
isn't necessarily bonfirey. It's just
No. Octomore.
incredibly strong
Oh,
and
yeah.
B,
59,
incredibly heavily
57,
peated. It's not
yeah.
necessarily bonfire. it's just soil.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, right.
it's nearly 60%.
Yeah.
Thing is, Octomore is experimental. It's very much a novelty. I'll always agree to that.
Yeah.
But it's one of those ones where if you can handle it, it won't knock your socks off. The very first one I ever tried was stronger than either of the bottles we own.
All right.
It was a sample he brought, and I was streaming on Twitch some trucking, and I sniffed it and went, "Fuck yeah, what's that, mate?"
Yeah.
Had a sample, started sipping it, and I'm like, I'm sipping this, and I'm like, drink drive, man, drink drive. I'm glad I'm not in a real truck.
Yeah.
Well then,
Yes, we were both over the limit from that one sample.
it was brutal. Can you, as a curiosity, because you've had a few glasses, we poured my dad a glass, a Dave pour, so double, possibly triple, of the Pedro Gimenez sherry with ginger and lemonade.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
Absolutely delightful.
How,
It's really nice.
You really don't like CD racks, do you? Sorry, for reference, Meg keeps.
it's 'cause
I want to say
Keeps
pacing,
Almost.
but he's not quite pacing.
Yeah.
But he's moving backwards and forwards. He's elbowing the CD rack.
hang on, no, because you make it sound like I'm drunk. Can you please explain that I usually do this?
So for reference, Meg normally paces back and forth.
I
while we
square
stream.
dance.
But because his dad is sat on the sofa in front of me, he's trying really hard.
Shit. Even less space. All right, find me on there.
He's trying really hard not to pace back and forward
Yeah.
to get in the way, which means he keeps walking into the cabinet and the CD rack behind him.
But the thing is, I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Well, no, it's not that. That CD rack belonged to my housemate in my second year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stole it from when he left.
Oh, okay.
So
one of the
I
things
kept
left
it ever
behind.
since. 'Cause he's
Yeah,
such a dickhead, and I'm like, well, you broke my.
Yeah.
I had a trophy in my when we moved from one house to another, and he wasn't. He shouldn't have moved. We didn't have to move, but if he'd left, which he should have done, I wouldn't. When we moved, he had a mahogany bureau.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was on top of everything else. It landed on my things. It landed on one of my Warhammer trophies, my only trophy. I couldn't repair it.
Yeah.
So when we say bureau, we mean this is like a proper old-fashioned writing desk.
Yeah.
It had the pull-out
Keep
bits
it
right
on-
on the
and-
cabinets,
Thing is,
the
it's
inkwells,
Yeah, yeah.
everything.
How heavy.
Mahogany,
Thing is,
copper,
absolutely heavy. He
wood.
put it on top of cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
And it landed on my stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
fam. Thing is, I was the only one who could lift it out.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it, nor could his mum.
Good lord.
Sausage. Anyway, so
I would choose to drink that. That is absolutely lovely.
I'm glad we found one so far you like. I really am.
No, I've liked a few,
Yeah.
but I've been underwhelmed
Yeah.
by the hype, should we say? You know?
But that's fair. That's,
Simply the best? No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. Better than all the rest? No, I wouldn't say that either.
Oh, right, hang on, quick questioning. Carmen Ryder, you mentioned me and PMQs. I don't do this anymore because they're boring. And also, whenever I streamed responding to Prime Minister's questions, we never got views on it. Hope that answers your question. And anxiety pacing. No, I just pace. I suffer with perpetual restless leg syndrome. I do it when I sleep. I have a 10-kilo blanket on my bed, and it will be on top of all my guitars when I wake up in the morning. And I will have done a Bruce Almighty and just shrugged it off.
Yes, no. Meg, if he slept in his smartwatch, he would probably do about 9,000 steps overnight. He's not anxiety; it's just a restless leg.
Yeah, well, if it's my arm doing, if I tie it to my ankle, then you've got a point. Otherwise, it sounds like I've just done the most amazing wank on the planet. Seriously,
That's too much information for YouTube.
9,000 steps. What have you done, really?
That's the wrong hand, and you know it.
I can change wristwatch. So I can change wristwatch.
Moving on.
Shall we have a sip?
Anyway, carrying on with the.
Before we have a sip, firstly, I know nothing of Burgundy. It's a single cask, 11 years old. It's also stronger than the one we might have after this.
Yeah.
It's
This is
stronger.
55
57.9.
ppm and 57.9
Yeah, sorry,
ABV.
yeah. It's the ppm part is obviously for peated. The 5 stars is the rating that Max gave it because he's humble.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think he wants us to leave him feedback.
To be honest, I was happy to big this up because I really enjoyed the sample. It's why I asked you to try it.
Yeah.
It's why when you tried the D-Day, I tried put my finger in. I was like,
Yeah.
licked by Meg. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And so fun fact, right? For 2 years running, I've pissed his family off because for 2 years running, I've bought his parents' birthday presents.
Yeah.
Well, okay, his dad 2, his mum 1.
Yeah.
His mum's is at like an odd time of the year for me.
Huh?
In January, I bought them birthday presents.
Yeah,
And they
because
didn't
Dad
have
is
a-
January, Mum is May.
They didn't like this. They hated it.
Oh,
Yeah.
They did. They were annoyed. They did it in January. I did it to him. I did it to his dad, and I also bought his mum a gift card for Pandora. And she one day randomly on WhatsApp, I got a text when streaming, and it came up with his mum's name, and I'm like, I don't have a number set. What is this essay message saying?
He messaged me like, "Is this your mum's number?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Yes."
His dad was so annoyed. So when we went to when they went to America, I was like, surely they'll buy me a bottle of whiskey there, and we're even, right? Yeah. No. Went to the distillery, and as I'm buying all my stuff, and his dad says, "You got enough there, Meg?" And I'm like, "You're not my dad." He says, "Happy birthday, by the way. It's your birthday gift." Thank you. Dave, have me a card, please.
Dave Deborah
So-
goes, "Ah!"
So we're even because they've paid for my whiskey tour again.
yeah.
I'll take it. It's a £65 ticket.
Lovely. Thank you
Sweet.
very
I'll
much.
have
Yeah.
that.
Yes, thank you very
Yeah, they
much.
paid for my lunch as well,
Nice
which was
one.
handy because
Yeah.
I like Borger.
Yeah, that's
It was a decent burger as well. to be
Oh
fair.
no, hang on.
You didn't have anything in it.
No. Let me no. It was a cheeseburger, double patty cheeseburger. I had cheeseburger, bit of tomato ketchup. So really fancy tomato ketchup, really nice.
Okay.
They had everything else in it. Who didn't have to use a knife and fork or get their hands dirty because of all the extra crap they put in their burger to make their hands greasy as feck? Your dad separated
I
using
didn't
a
have
knife
to
and
use.
fork.
Yeah, I didn't have to use a knife and fork.
How bad were your hands again?
Yes.
Ripping.
Would you rather admit your hands were filthy or that you like 3 out of 6 then Fidditches? Yeah, there we go. Have a sip. Send it.
Yeah. That was a good burger. It was well stuffed.
Yeah.
I bottled this. I love it. That's really nice.
Yeah.
The worst part is I know what I have to do next. I'm not going to like it. Because I have to do 11 seconds of this in my mouth.
Right.
Yeah, you can do
This
this.
is where it's a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Heated whiskey is a tricky area because when you subject it to the years of maturation, it's single cask, which means it's one barrel that's been there for
Yeah.
11 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing is, the tour guide pointed out the angel share.
Yeah. of
Every
course.
year it loses a
Yeah,
percentage,
yeah.
right? In Scotland, it's 1 to 2%.
Yeah.
In England, it's 5%,
Yeah.
which means it kind of gets a bit stronger, a bit faster.
Yeah, of course.
India
of course.
is even faster.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've got an Indian whiskey, which at Christmas I hope to bloody well open.
Oh, right. Really?
Yeah, we've had Indian and
You got as well.
Taiwan and things like that. But
Yeah, yeah.
because of the climate, that's the problem. The
Yeah.
climate makes it
Yeah.
Lose so much more
I've seen
evaporation.
Excuse me, various programs about angel share and putting it in the certainly. I mean, obviously these programs are from America,
Yeah.
so they
Yes.
put them in the buildings and they've got a plumb line hanging down in the centre of the
Yeah.
building
Yes.
to how far they've pushed the building out of
Right.
kilter, and they have to put the barrels in different places. To
Really?
keep it- Yeah.
Okay, so quick
Yeah.
thing. I give my dad in his hand my Paul John 2022, which is finished in brandy casks. Unpeated, Indian Paul John.
Ex-bourbon,
Very-
unpeated, brandy and Oloroso peated casks. Eh?
Well, okay, so it's a seasoned cask. Just a quick thing then on that of interest. First of all, it would be unpeated total. Peated cask doesn't mean it's peated, it means it comes from a cask that is peated, which would
Yeah,
just a little
yeah.
tang and flavour. Nothing. Indian whiskey doesn't have an age statement generally because it ages faster because it's hotter. Now, first of all, to the chat, may I just say thank you for being here. Don't forget to like the stream. 21 likes. You can do better. There's only 13 of you here, but of course you can do better. Go to your alt accounts.
Yeah.
I'm now going to subject this to 11 seconds in my mouth. Something David said many times. Make of that which you will. Ready?
Yeah. We are timing.
Mm.
He's licking me. He's poking me in the mouth. I don't know what this is about. So Meg is
Fuck you,
currently
bitch.
doing the 11-second time for the age of the whiskey, and he has actually already surpassed that. 11 seconds has gone.
Oh, that gets hot fast. Oh. Your turn.
Oh dear,
Oh, that gets hot fast.
that's not looking promising.
No, it's really nice. It just got really hot, really fast.
I'm just to give Meg a minute to recover.
I'm gathering that's the heat of your mouth
Yeah.
releasing the alcohol.
Too many purchases and all the receipts are coming back.
The ink off the receipts, yeah.
There you go.
What about this Canon ink cartridge 205X?
Yeah. Your turn. Go on. Send it. Count to 15, David. Please do. Don't talk about my alter counts. Well, Penguin, I can't help it. You're a contrarian that sent me knee socks for girls. Although, Penguin sent me a bag of chocolate bars. 91 or 71 bars in total.
Wow.
My sisters and I, party size. I gave them to my sisters. They took massive handfuls. They were gone. There we go. It was gone within like a day.
Yeah.
It didn't take long. I sat at my desk and just went, all right then.
But nice of them to
right?
send it.
Yeah. That is brutal. It's good.
Oh, I mean it's nice, but that's strong.
Or suits you, sir. Or
Are you being served? Are you being served, sir? I can't say it with the camp accent enough.
butterfly, sir. Or suits you.
Very, very, very fast show.
I feel like I need a till that I hit
Sorry,
in the
not
wrong
are you
way.
being served? It's are you
It
being
was
served?
fast,
So,
yeah.
Oh.
Suits you, sir.
That's the Ron Weasley's dad guy.
That is indeed. Yeah.
And Paul Whitehouse and Paul Whitehouse.
Paul Whitehouse.
And Arthur Weasley.
Yes. Whose name I can't remember.
Yeah, he's Arthur Weasley.
Yeah.
Tell the chat what you think about that whiskey, David.
I mean,
Suits you, sir.
It's strong. It's nice.
Of course it
Yeah.
is.
It's lovely.
English one.
But yeah, that is
It's a
strong. That is hitting you like a truck. It is.
It's almost a physical assault.
Yeah, you need a few minutes to breathe.
Right. As strong as it is, I've got a bit of a soft spot because I bottled this one.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
So I'm like,
That's yours.
yeah, it's mine.
Absolutely.
Can you take that back before I drop it? Thank
It's
you.
fine.
Yeah, 100%. That is yours. And only ever yours.
To be fair, that is the last one.
Well, unless we decide to go with God's here.
I'll be honest. I'm probably had enough.
Pussy.
Well, it's a certain.
I can't believe David.
I'm just going to point at a certain person who made Heron one of the world's best single malts.
Look, he's obfuscating. He's making an excuse here. He's like, I did an extra shot of a 46%, so it means I can't do a 56%. Pussy.
Light point.
What a shame. I'm disappointed in you, David.
Yeah, bear in mind that you poured more of this than me.
You mean the Infinity, right?
Yeah, you poured more of this.
In the Infinity?
Yeah.
What a shame. I'm hearing, if anyone in the chat would like to... Hey, there it is. I hear excuses. That's it, Fiona.
Agreed.
She also had time check.
Time check. Well, we're okay at the moment, unless Dad is sleepy.
It's only 11 o'clock.
What is the time?
11.
5:11, yeah.
Yeah.
11:05, yeah.
I rarely go to bed before midnight at 1 o'clock.
Unless we're together and it's just us having a laugh, midnight's normally the average.
Yeah.
Unless the wedding was different. That was like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, well, that was different.
Yeah, that was
was
when
very
does the
different.
bar close? Okay, well, we've still got a
it
bottle of
doesn't
drink,
close.
so, you know.
It doesn't close.
I had a brilliant thing in Turkey, and I said to the barkeep, I said, when does the bar close? He said, what time are you going to bed?
To be fair, when I asked on the final night, you and your partner had gone to bed. I had asked the barman, when do you close? And he said, we don't.
Yeah.
I'm like, well then.
Yeah.
We'll just stay here for a bit.
Yeah.
we'll talk to you and talking about politics with one guy because he was stupid, and talking about whiskey with the same guy because he's special needs, and carried on talking to ourselves because his special needs annoyed me. Let's see. Limits are made to be broken, David. You've been told by Bry.
Yes, but Meg has poured me was that a double? Meg has poured me a random amount.
Hang on, I've had David pause all evening. Toughen up, princess.
Technically, you're slightly behind on ABV though, because you had the sherry, haven't you?
Yeah.
I have, yeah.
Yeah. I would
Sherry
like
and the sherry.
if you don't do the.
But
15,
then I was in the pub before I came here. Just saying, guys.
Were you driving?
Might have been.
No, I believe no comment is the official answer.
No comment.
No. That's classified.
Redacted.
I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you.
There are swords.
Swords, axes, you know.
Pick one. There's a Morning Star here if you want it.
2 pints of shandy earlier.
Shandy's fine.
That's all I would ever drink
Shandy,
if I
I
was
like
driving.
shandy. I like shandy.
Yeah, I put as a disclaimer, that was all I would ever drink if I was driving. That was my
For the sake
maximum.
of it, though, he doesn't give a shit. But no, he's right to say that because he's not a reckless driver.
No.
Even when he's been... I would say, though, as a kid, your driving, I loved it.
I drive like I stole it, to be fair.
You did.
I love my hands up.
As a kid, right? So just the thing. If he's in the car with me, it's just me and him. His foot's on the pedal and it's not touching the concrete under the pedal. With my sisters, he's doing the same, but they're shitting themselves. Whereas I'm like, go faster! Or I don't care. Because who gives a shit?
Where it is safe to do so, I will drive it like I stole it.
He did that on the way to...
his daughter would say he did steal it.
He did that recently, not so long ago, because he was on his way to an event. And my sister was getting super angry at him because he was going so fast.
Was that the same event when we were in front of him and he was making gestures at us to get out of the way?
Yeah. Then when he was in front of us...
That may well have been... I was driving like that because my daughter was getting angry.
Or because he wanted it in front. The moment he's in front, he's like, I'm gone.
We're gone, bye-bye.
So what you are hearing here, chat, is the difference between a BMW driver, myself, and a Peugeot driver.
Don't listen to him, because he parks like a middle-aged bitch. He parked half the car at the car park, and he still isn't in.
A Peugeot driver currently, but who has had Saab turbos,
Citroen GTs,
AMG Mercedes, Citroen GTI.
In Saab turbos, yeah.
I remember as a kid, Citroen GT as a kid in Smallfield, and Dad pulls up with the
That was a shocking car.
The Inspector Gadget like windscreen on the rear, and then you get in the car and the suspension goes up, and I'm like, this is the single coolest car I've ever been in my life. That
came out of nowhere. That car. I had no idea that the Citroen GT was the most powerful car they'd ever made up until the GTI.
It was very good though.
The thing was quick.
Oh, it was so much fun to be in though.
But damn, it used to drink petrol.
Yeah, it's like the Ford GT. That thing guzzles.
Yeah.
But no, for those who don't make sense, my dad drives like he's a nutter, and Dave parks like he doesn't know how to. He has cameras and sensors, and half his car is still out of the spot. Don't deny it. You did it in your last... What was the car you had before this one?
1 Series.
BMW, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it in that all the time, and I'd bollock you for it as well.
Yeah.
And you did it in the Alpha as well, I think, in UEA car park.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fam, you haven't parked. You've stopped in the middle of the road and off. He literally would.
It's less parked, more abandoned.
It's open season for whoever wants it. Battle Royale, Thunderdome. Yeah. Good luck, everyone.
Yeah.
Do you want to send this? Or are you willing to have a few more sips? He's thinking. We're not driving tomorrow, David.
No, but I'm feeling hiccups.
Oh,
so I'm being cautious.
But I want to have an English 15.
You can, but I'm being cautious.
All right. Well, I'll wait 5 more minutes and hope you don't get hiccups, because if you ruin the stream, I'm going to blame you. Look at your phone and see the text I sent you.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Dawn just realised, he just
Yeah.
realised, oh shit, he sent Heron, didn't he?
Yeah.
I ain't doing that. Don't forget, if you have questions, ask away. Speaking of, I noticed a bit of vibration about 140. You probably should. Will you get... Wait, what? Mr. Cthulhu? I missed something. Everything annoys you. That is true. Everything annoys me. I need to make myself food. Let's see. Does Dave use his indicators? Yes, he puts his hand out the window and goes, I'm going this way.
He's got a BMW. They don't work. They're not actually fitted.
No, I do.
Right.
They're more of an idea than an actual thing.
Theory.
Yeah,
No, I confuse people by using them.
Right. In a Facebook group with his friends on the boat trip, his friend who started it was shitting on the fact he had a BMW by talking about BMW drivers, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Everything about BMW drivers is a cliche about how bad they are.
Yep.
Yeah, he was throwing them at David.
Yeah.
Thing is, David isn't a bad driver.
Right.
He just drives a BMW.
But
Which he seems
BMW
to-
drivers are a thing.
Yeah,
And anything you throw at them is not wrong.
The thing is, it seems to be that Dave has a BMW and he subverts the trend of what a BMW is. The only thing he seems to align with is the fact he's a terrible parker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has cameras and sensors.
Yeah, but he will go straight to the outside lane and stay there for the entire trip of his journey.
Meg has to nag David. There's a bit of alliteration I struggle with, even though there was none. Don't speak into those. If David ruins the stream, he's going to farm up north. That seems like a dog thing, doesn't it? Put you down. Your dad equals Mr. Cthulhu. I mean, that works, but I think Meg's dad works, or dad works as well. Or granddad if there's a grandchild present, but there bloody well won't be. Dad works, doesn't it? Dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad, father, whatever.
You may not call my dad, oh, daddy. If you do that, I will ban you.
I've been called worse.
You bloody well
over
won't
years.
sexualise my dad in my chat. Thank you.
Yeah, Yampy.
German.
Too old for that.
Damn right. Wait, what? You're 21 forever, it's fine.
In my brain, I am, but then my body says, yeah, try it, fat boy, you'll die.
That is a really nice whiskey. For a peated, like, there's something okay, so I'm just going to talk about the whiskey for a second. There's something odd about the flavour that I can't quantify. We don't have flavour notes, because it doesn't exist. And so it's really odd. There's, like, so if I have a sip...
The flavour will only be there for the short amount of time anyway, won't it?
There's a wine cask about it. It's obviously a wine cask. But I can't quite tell what the other flavour is at the back. There's something else there. It is definitely the peated smoky flavour, but it feels like it's choked. Like it's not quite as prominent.
Yeah.
Do you get it? You've been sipping.
I know what you mean.
Are you fighting hiccups?
Well, I'm sipping to avoid hiccups.
I would offer water, but it turns out the only water I have is the water of life.
Yeah, mine is in my
Would you
car.
rather Johnny Walker Green? I had 3 bottles in the loft somewhere if you want to go look for it.
Probably make a perfectly good old-fashioned.
If I had the ingredients for it, I'd agree with you.
Yeah.
We have to go back to your boat for that, but you can't drive now.
Indeed. Oh, no.
No.
Good Lord, no. Holy cow.
It's a bit much, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not calling him you malfunction there, I see. All those random letter
There's
types.
definitely a blue screen there.
Yeah, okay. Well, in that case then.
Oh, Daddy.
So my dad's X5 is probably the nicest thing I've ever driven. What do you drive, Dave?
4 Series.
Is that X or... I don't know
It
cars.
is X-Drive, yeah.
Is it X5 or...
No.
Well, it's X-Drive. It's 4 Series.
X5 is
4x4.
BMW's version of Range Rover.
Yeah.
Oh, God, they're
It's a
crap.
big arm monster.
Range Rovers are terrible, though.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
They get a
Wow.
lot of crap for being easy to break into.
They're very easily nickable,
Yeah.
but for what they are designed to do,
Which they never
they're
used for.
probably the best in the world.
Sadly, they're never used for
They're
it,
never
are
used
they?
that. No, they're Chelsea tractors. But X5's
Yeah.
fantastic bit of kit.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
seriously
see,
good bit of
this is where you know I'm mechanically incompetent. I know nothing about cars. I have to defer to my father, who was a mechanic at one point, and David, who watches far too much porn. Top Gear.
Full form. Oh, that
Oh.
came out, didn't it? Sorry.
By the way, you know David's getting really serious worry about his hiccups because he's not laughing loud anymore because he's worried he's going to actually get a hiccup.
And he's not actually coming back at somebody
No.
being shut up.
Yeah, but the problem is if I start hiccuping, I won't stop for like 8 hours.
Yeah, this is an issue. David can't. David. Well,
Is that our problem? Not really.
It will be tomorrow when I'm hiccuping and I can't help.
hey, look, if you're hiccuping one of the Weetabix, I promise you, I've still got earphones. No, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it, okay? Just take your drink slowly, you'll be fine, all right? Okay, officially off the rails. Very true. I will try and behave, Leona. Thank you very much. David sounds like a sleepy boy. No, he's not sleepy. He's just... There's a thing, he doesn't have a diaphragm, so he can't burp properly.
Yeah.
So if he gets hiccups, there's a legitimate problem because it won't stop for a long time. And so it's a genuine health concern. Which sucks because this has only happened once before with us together. And it was my friend of the family, who Dad doesn't like, doing a bonfire. The guy got horrifically drunk and threw up everywhere. Did a bonfire, did a Randy Orton pose of a bosh. And David had hiccups the entire night because he just got them randomly. The funny thing was, we drank an entire bottle of Dublin Honeycomb, which always vanishes. A bottle of Sheepdog peanut butter whiskey, which is amazing, and loads of AU vodka. I was fine, although I was doing this weird little... I did this rubbing of the fingers.
All right.
If my fingers feel numb or pins and needles, I know that I'm a bit... Maybe I've just gone a bit too far, right?
One shot too many.
Yeah.
It's how I know I've gone too far. If I do
Yeah.
this, you know there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Friend of the family, though, went too far. He had as much as me, but he's a bit shorter and a bit skinnier. A lot skinnier.
Yeah.
So I walked him back to my sister's cabin. And as he goes, how am I going to get in that bed? I literally grabbed him and went like this and shoved him into the bed. And he just goes, he flies into the bed and goes, thanks, Meg. I've literally left him on the bed face up. I walked away and told David, and I'm like, I've just physically abused the guy to get him into bed. And then
Richly deserved.
he didn't deserve. He did deserve. He didn't remember it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how he got into bed. All he has is a video of him doing a Randy Orton pose. If he got up like that and he go, bah.
Yeah, he did.
So,
Oh, dear.
what if you were to rate this whiskey, David? Because obviously Dad can't drink it.
I can't. No.
What would you rate this like as far as a peated cask strength whiskey?
I mean, attempting to avoid hiccups, probably 8.5.
It as far as peated whiskey cask strength goes, it's got a lot of like sweetness that takes an edge off. It's the strongest English whiskey I own. I believe the English Founders Private Cellar batch, which is God tier, which we know you won't touch, is 57, 55, one I think.
High, yeah.
Yeah. This is the strongest. Is Dave able to drink any more of it this evening, or is he all right? No, this one, or...
Should be able to finish this, but
You've got a tear in your eye, haven't you?
Yeah.
You all right? You got... Yeah? Okay.
I'm trying very hard to not get hiccups.
Do you want to get some water and have a drink? Would it
Don't
be
have
better?
water, but maybe I might need some cool air for a second.
Go stand outside. You're all right. Go take a minute.
I just don't want to get hiccups. That's the problem.
Oh, right, okay.
You go do that.
Oh, okay.
Physio will make me vomit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, again, David doesn't have a diaphragm, so he needs to take a minute just to calm his body down, because if he can't stop the hiccups, he can't stop. He'll be up for hours otherwise, and I don't want to do him dirty like that. The weird thing is, it happens randomly. This is the first time it's ever happened in live stream.
Yeah, comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I can't burp, so if I ever do, it's just random.
Right.
Whereas he can't control his hiccups come out randomly as well. Just one of those things.
Okay.
Are you enjoying your drink?
I certainly am. Yeah,
Yeah?
I've slowed down a little bit because
You have, yeah, but it's not bad.
I'm approaching the limits, shall we say?
Don't be talking about that. Don't be talking about that.
No, well, this is it. I'm not getting in my own king size, am I? I'm getting on a camp bed, so you've got to sort of stop and think about that.
I just made a
little bit.
mistake. That went down the wrong tube straight away.
Oh, dearie me. That'll get hold of you.
That hurt.
Yep.
And you two can go over there.
Where's it's not exactly their fault. That was your elbow.
Yeah, again,
caused
I'm
that
in
problem.
a lot smaller space. For those who don't understand, I'm in a smaller space than usual. Again, with a third person, I don't want to stream while talking to just David, which is easier. I can just lean on the bar and talk to David. Because obviously you're here as well, my dad is here. I don't want to be... okay. At university, I had 9 housemates. And whenever we sat down on the table together, there was one who always leaned in front of me. I hated it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't ever want to do that to somebody else.
Yeah, I understand that. But then understand that I'm not fussed.
True, but again, it's a thing of... I have members of my audience who want to hear you talk as well.
God knows.
If I block the microphone, I promise you, your voice is not going to be as prominent.
Yeah, I understand.
So
that.
I don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
I understand.
So
that.
it's better that I simply
Can't
adapt.
understand why anyone wants to listen to me talk.
It's because they're dickheads
But-
who think you're better than me, or more interesting than me,
Older.
or because, yeah, sure, but it's more they're more interested in just you because
Yeah.
you're not me.
Yep, because they've not heard me much.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand that.
And that's quite all right.
Yeah.
I take no issue with that. It's mostly just Penguin, who's very kindly given memberships because she's apparently really nice when she decides not to be a dickhead and send me socks for women.
Well, socks are socks.
I'm not going to wear them. They're knee highs. My calves in this time of the year do not appreciate heat.
No.
Prickly heat is a...
However, in January,
if they were thicker, I'd agree with you.
Yeah,
Because I would happily wear rugby socks in the winter.
yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, I used to wear those in secondary school for my PE kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great for football. I didn't need shin pads.
Once your feet get cold, that's me done.
Okay. So, I'm going to... Mine's still a fairly heavy glass, but I'm going to send this because I think it'd be a right idea to try. I really am. I'm slightly not necessarily disappointed, but I was hoping to get you to try at least one more, but only the chapter 6.
I'll try one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since David's not going to, he won't be able to
Smashed
do
is
more.
smashed.
All right, fair enough.
House
We'll
smashed,
send it.
doesn't
We'll send
matter.
it. Send it. Heron. Yeah.
Heron.
Jesus. All right. So, this was the one I intended to be next. Well, actually, that's really nice.
Yeah.
I know you don't like peated whiskey, but that's really good as a shot.
Uh-huh.
I really enjoyed every one I've had, but only because, again, I've had before and
Yeah,
walked
yeah.
through it. It's a preference thing.
Understand?
Unique preference. There are things you like
Absolutely.
I don't care about.
We're all different.
Yeah.
That's the joys of people, I guess.
Agreed.
What I love, you may not, and same for other things,
I don't have the captain's hat, but I'll do this. I'm going to not go with this whiskey on the screen because there's no version of what's on the screen that Dad would be able to do because it's too strong for this. Again, we're winding down. It'd be right to go with something different. And here you are. I'm going to finish the stream with something simple. I'm going to finish with the very first English whiskey made by the then English Whiskey Company, Chapter 6. It is distilled in May 2012, bottled in 2015. It's 46%. It is not peated, explicitly written. Now, David had Chapter 11. I finished it because he bought a full-size bottle. I thought I bought a new bottle of this, full size. I accidentally bought Chapter 12, which is sherry cask. But I'm sure a single of each, a non-peated, very early entry of this whiskey, because I'm sure, be something interesting to try, would be a great way to finish the stream.
Absolutely.
And give us a chance to try out something that my dad would never have tried and be the reason why we even liked the distillery in the first place. There it is.
There she is.
Have a snifter of that, Dad. And tell me what you think when you smell it.
Oh, that smells nice.
This is the one I really liked.
This is one of the few neat smells that I've had this evening that I've actually thought, that's nice.
It is.
A lot of them have smelled
So-
very chemically.
So
which is ridiculous. I can't explain that any better.
with this one, it was one of two that I really took a shine to. It was the one that I said, David, you've got to try it. And it was the same with the Chapter 11. Oh dear.
I breathed in at the wrong moment.
You noob.
Yep.
Turn the hat back round, I'm not a barman anymore.
Yep.
What do you think?
Not bad. Not
All right,
bad.
well, do your lemonade.
I'm going to put my lemonade in it because that's...
Yeah. Do your lemonade and then we'll have a little sip together, eh?
Sounds like a plan.
Got my old St Andrew's glass. David needs to finish his burgundy, but we've got to wait for him, of course.
Yes.
And that's okay. Again, if he's not here, F in the chat for David because he's been kind of done dirty here. Fancy case. Yes, this one... Okay, right. Before we continue, I bought this in January because David suggested it. I don't regret buying it. It is the English Founders Private Cellar Batch number 15, aged 15 years old. It is a sherry cask. It is what I consider God tier. It is the God tier of sherry cask whiskies. When we opened this, we tried it on air. Honestly, our eyes rolled back into the back of our brains and we loved it. So, we're instead going to have Chapter 6, which is not on the screen. I do apologise. But Dad and I are going to have a little sip. Cheers. That's not the right glass. That's the one.
Yeah, that's delightful.
That's the one.
That is delightful.
Thank fuck for that. We finally found one he was alright with.
I know, I was all right with a fair few of them.
Yeah, but it gets better. That whiskey,
Underwhelmed.
that doesn't exist anymore.
That's lovely.
Rare.
Yeah,
I've had that bottle for 7 years and it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, wow.
They made, originally, what they did a certain number of... Okay.
You can't move everything out your
I
way.
can't lean on it because it's not connected to anything. Okay.
Ah,
For those that don't know, I was leaning on the bookcase and it moved. Okay, so they did it by a certain number of barrels per
Yep.
batch.
Gotcha.
Chapter 6, clean,
Yep.
neat,
Yep.
unpeated. They didn't make it again.
Ah,
That's what
why?
when they were St George's, they were chapter, and then they realised, but we want to be more mainstream. Ow. We want to be more mainstream, so they had to go with the English Smoky and the 11.
Yeah,
And I
got you
get,
that.
but they're still,
hang on.
they're still very limited batch.
This is lovely.
Yeah.
Why did you stop?
Thing is,
Frustrating.
I only like the chapter 6 and 11.
Yeah.
Unpeated and peated. The other chapters weren't great. They were a real slog. Like I did them. By the time we got in the car, David's car back then was an Alpha, I think. Maybe
Yeah.
it might have been that or a Clio. I can't remember. But I won't get in a Renault.
Big difference.
I won't get in a Renault these days.
No.
But I got in the car, and I promise you, he had to help me get my leg into the car. My lead leg.
Sounds like an alpha, to be fair.
It might have been. My lead leg wouldn't get in because I had so many samples.
Yeah.
Because I did mine and his,
Yeah,
and I was
gotcha.
like, "Hello, I'm your friend."
Yeah. But it's also a bit of an Alfa Romeo thing as well. They don't.
It might have been, to be fair.
They-
He wanted an Alpha to save an Alpha.
Yeah, absolutely. And every car fan should have have tried at least one Alpha.
Yes.
If it's not a GTV6, well, but
GTV6.
a GTV6 is a stunning car.
I don't think it's in his budget.
They sound like nothing else. They
So-
sing.
Fancy case, very true. Solid pop. Yes, the 20cl bottles often have a solid pop. F for David. Meg, better cuddle him. Good night tonight. I do not cuddle. I promise you, there's only 2 times I've ever knowingly and willingly cuddled David. One when my mother passed away, and the second time when David cuddled me, I thought I'd give him one, and then told him a second later, if you don't let go, I'm going to kill you. For his birthday, when I got him loads of Irish bottles of whiskey.
Right.
Yeah, I got him like 8 bottles, and everyone licked them for Polaroids. Yeah, that's good. Although the Welsh whiskies went down well. He really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I've got to be honest with you, nothing wrong with Welsh whiskey.
Well,
Good
he
lord.
had...
To my palate,
Same.
that's why.
Same.
Light and fruity. Yeah, absolutely.
They taste like a lowland.
Yeah.
When I got him the 5 samples of headliner, the first thing I said was, take one home to your father and share it with him. And he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And then they gave me the sample full of Tempranillo finish, Tamnavulin.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was like, bosh.
Yeah,
That's in
lovely.
my glass. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll take that. That's
I love
great.
the Tarrawee.
Oh, same.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah,
Okay,
Love
that's
Tamla movie.
5. 5 yawns.
Yeah, do apologise.
No, don't. I yawn when I Twitch stream all the time on simulated truck driving
Yeah,
games.
the thing of it is if the temperature changes, I yawn.
I yawn.
So if I walk out into the snow, I'll yawn. If I come in from the snow, I'll
don't.
yawn.
I yawn when I'm talking too much because I don't breathe enough.
Yeah.
Or I yawn when I'm playing a simulator game like a truck driving game or a
Yeah.
boat fishing game.
Oh, right.
Just randomly because the engine noises.
Oh, okay.
They set me off.
Oh, okay.
Yet, as you know, when we drive long distances, I can't sleep.
No.
For those who don't know, when my sister got married, my dad and his partner drove 10 plus hours. I was the only person beyond the drivers that did not sleep.
62 miles a fortnight.
I was awake, not only the entire time, I was wired. I could not sleep, and it hurt so much because I needed to sleep. I was so hungover. I was so hungover and so worried that I was going to have an accident in the bus. Your toilet breaks really helped because I had so much alcohol.
Yeah, that was horrible thing.
The night
wasn't it?
before, I drank half a bottle of Talisker each,
Yeah.
half a bottle of Hay Club Orange each,
Nice.
a boatload of Bed Jamesons and Bunnahabhain,
Yeah.
and 3 samples, limited test tubes of Jameson, Johnny Walker, Game of Thrones limited editions, White Walker, which I have a bottle of,
Yeah.
Song of Fire, Song of Ice. I was so pissed when he was drinking. I thought he'd finished. I put water in his both times
Oh, dear.
to cleanse his palate.
And he was still drinking it.
We still somehow managed to inflate his bed in my sister's cabin,
Yeah.
and he was done. He slept. I woke up at 2 a.m. after I was texting on my phone like this on my bed and dropped it on my face.
Oh, yeah.
As you do.
Yeah.
I was royally done.
Excuse me.
I was battered.
Yeah.
So, quick question then. Of the whiskies you had this evening, what was your favourite one?
This is fairly high up, and the one before the best whiskey in the world.
Norfolk popcorn.
Something like that.
The popcorn. You
Yeah.
didn't like that smell though, first on its
I
own.
didn't like the smell. I didn't like the smell of any of them.
The
to
Norfolk
be
popcorn
honest.
tastes like a bourbon.
Yeah, but once you
like a
put some
bourbon, don't
lemon
you?
in it,
Yeah. You like a bourbon though, don't you?
well, I would say no, because I can't stand Jack Daniels.
Yeah,
However-
come on.
However, yeah,
Bourbon's a weird one because, first of all, Jack Daniels is a sour mash, not a bourbon.
yeah, I've done.
It's made in Tennessee, not Kentucky. Kentucky's bourbon.
Yeah,
It's a sour mash.
Yeah.
And Jack Daniels is a weak, very watered down treacle.
yeah, can't stand it.
It's a watered down treacle.
Yeah.
Well, we agree.
Everybody
David-
drinks it with Coke
When we
to
did-
cover up the
Well,
taste of the
It was if you're young, that's what you get
Yeah.
into.
JD and Coke.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When I first went to university, the very first alcoholic drink I had, my housemates had double JD and Coke. And I was like, I can't be outdone by this. I'll have a triple. I promise you, that was the only drink I had that evening. Because first of all, I didn't have the money for it. My student loan didn't come in. I had one drink. It was the triple JD and Coke. I didn't finish it.
No.
Because it is a very watery treacle
Yeah.
and Coke.
Yeah.
I don't
And it's
like-
all about the Coke
Oh, yeah.
that
But once the
covers
Coke-
up the JD.
Problem is, with triple, there is no coverage.
No, you can't cover it. It's,
And I knew this then. I was
Yeah.
like, I made a mistake.
yeah. It's like myself when I drink coffee. I only ever drink black coffee. Well, there's no hiding
Yeah.
crap coffee.
Yeah. Oh,
know?
I love good coffee.
If it's good coffee, it's fantastic.
What's your favourite, if you don't mind me asking?
It's tricky. It changes all the time because people keep changing their recipes.
Yeah.
It used to be a Starbucks.
So I've never been a Starbucks guy.
Yeah, no.
There's a Starbucks in Norwich.
I
and
found Costa was too bitter.
Nero I like.
Nero would take the enamel off your teeth if you're drinking it Americano.
Yeah, but that was my coffee.
Yeah, but that holy
And I still have teeth.
crap.
So there's a Starbucks in Norwich. To this day, I've still never been to, and yet it's right in the heart of Norwich.
Yeah.
Right, I always wanted to go there. Sadly, I can't anymore.
Right.
But Nero, you get a ham and cheese toasty, get an Americano, get a cake, and just sit upstairs for an hour or two.
I can't. I can't do their Americano. Their flat white is amazing.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
There's
Yeah.
no two ways about that.
Nero do better coffee, I find.
Personally, the best coffee that's going at the moment...
Don't say Pratt.
bloody McDonald's.
I've heard they do good coffee
They're
as
nice.
well.
Theirs is the nicest coffee. They also do the best milkshakes and they do the best ice cream.
No. The only thing they do good is a sausage egg muffin double.
No. No.
Their sausage meat is great.
For me, it's a breakfast roll,
I get you.
but without the sauce.
Yeah. Well, the sauce is crap.
And an Americano
The apple
coffee
pies-
is a lovely thing from McDonald's.
I would use the apple slice as a torture device.
Yeah,
If
that
brought
is
out-
lava.
if brought
It is trying to eat lava.
If you want to extract state secrets, use
Yeah,
that when it's
yeah.
hot. So
But they annoy the hell out of me, because a few years ago, they did an apple and blackberry pie, and it came with custard in it.
Oh, they did one with mince pie as well.
Oh, dear God, it was delightful.
They did a mince pie one. My sisters gave it to me.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I was streaming, so it went cold when I got to it. It was still
Oh.
great.
Yeah,
I love mince
I'll
pies.
tell you, apple and blackberry pie with custard in it. What
Yeah.
a thing! They did it for, I think, 1 year. And then because I really liked it, they stopped making it. Bastards.
It's because of you.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
Oh, no.
Shouldn't have told them. So
Oh, no.
my favourite coffee was actually a brand. At university, I needed to be awake all the time.
Right.
Obviously, as many know, I don't really sleep
Yeah.
properly these days.
Yeah.
My favourite coffee was called Wake the F, spelt fully,
Wake the fuck up.
Yeah. YouTube monetization, I can't say it. But yeah, that was my favourite. And I have my grinder, I do it manually.
Yeah.
I do it myself.
For me, Taylor's Rich Italian.
Oh, that's good. I like that one.
That's just...
So
Oh.
I didn't mind the one that comes in like the very common cylindrical silvery tin that they sell
Yeah.
in Sainsbury's.
Yeah, I know.
Sainsbury's. That
Yeah, I know.
one, I didn't mind that. But
It was all right. That was a good attempt
take it into it.
at ground coffee as an instant.
Take it into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I quite like that one. Wake the
Yeah.
F up. And if I had to get coffee, if I was in the city, in Norwich, back at uni, especially when I didn't sleep,
Yeah.
which explains a lot, it would be Nero. Because I always went with Americano.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I had to study a lot. That's
Yeah.
why. And I worked
kind
nights.
of agree.
Apparently I'm not for everything.
I've only ever had one of their Americanos. That was in Lincoln.
We all learn our lessons,
And
Dad.
good Lord, that was strong.
The only time I've ever had
But-
one stronger,
As a white coffee, lovely.
the only time I've ever made a mistake, I was on a train going to a gig. I was going to Paramore. And at Norwich, there was a kiosk that sold coffee. And
Yeah.
I asked, what's the biggest Americano you could do? And the guy went to university. He was in a year maybe below me. And he said, I got you. Comes back with the biggest, largest thing full of espresso. And I was like,
All right.
what's in that? He's like, I think it's coffee
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll show you. $3.50. Take your money. Here's your tip. There's a 20. Bye. Gets on the train. I spend 2 hours, because it was slow then, going to Brixton to see Paramore, getting the sugar sachets, flicking them with my finger at people on the other side of the train. And hiding, thinking they couldn't see a 6-foot-plus guy with very large shoulders hiding behind a midget.
Yeah.
I was hiding behind her going, you can't see me, I'm hiding behind an emo.
When we ran the business, the lady down the seafront had a Piaggio Arpe,
Really?
which is a 3-wheeled
Yeah, I know what it is, yeah.
as a coffee stall, and she would make me this coffee that was half the size of an espresso,
Yeah.
and it would blow your damn doors off.
So, quick things of interest. Someone said JD and fruit punch. Dessa said it.
Okay.
Apparently made them strong, but that worked quite well. Christmas mince pie was the shit. I agree.
Yeah.
I drink like a camel. I make my Irish ancestors proud. Black
Well done.
Rifle coffee is my go-to. So, chat, do let me know what your go-to is. I'd be interested. Best coffee comes from my kitchen on a Saturday with 4 shots of Baileys. So that's something.
Sounds like a plan.
So there's something I want to try. It's called, now there's an Irish hand grenade or an Irish car bomb.
Okay.
Now that is you take a pint glass
Yeah.
with half of it full of Guinness.
Okay.
2 shot glasses in the top. One is Irish cream, the other is Irish whiskey. The Irish whiskey is, if this is a grenade, the pin.
Yeah.
You pull the pin, shoot it, and the cream goes into the Guinness,
Yeah.
and you neck it.
Okay.
I want to do my one.
Right.
And it's an English one called the Spiffing Shot.
Yeah.
Because I'm English. You take an English stout, English cream, English whiskey. The English cream is called the Norfolk Nog, and I promise you, it is god tier in cream liqueurs.
Yeah.
In a hot chocolate, it's the best.
Right.
Irish whiskey, English whiskey, shoot it, neck it.
Yeah.
I want to at some point do that. I think it'd be great. I know David can't do that, but I would love to try it.
Yeah.
It's just finding an English stout.
I used to be, my partner made for me an espresso martini,
Oh, I like those.
and that
You can
was
get a pre-made in
just
Sainsbury's.
So
You
nice.
can get the pre-made for about...
Yeah, but bear in mind we had
You had a different setup.
a bean
You
to
had
coffee
You had a
machine.
cafetiere thing. You had the cafetiere, the whole cafe... Like,
It was a bean
cost
to,
of it.
bean to coffee machine.
Yeah, that.
It was the best along the.
You had the press thing and everything. Yeah.
It was a DeLonghi
Think
Magnifica.
Costa, that machine thing they use.
No.
Well, it was...
Oh yeah. In Costa, yes.
The machine.
Yeah. So you had 50 mil of espresso,
I got corrected.
50 mil of vodka, 50 mil
Vodka?
of 50 mil of coffee liqueur,
I got my sister that for her birthday. I promise you she won't drink it.
and that absolutely gorgeous in a shaker. Give it a shake up. It comes out like a Guinness, but blows your doors off. Absolutely delightful.
Yeah. So, quick thing. If you like Baileys, you should try the Cotswolds cream. Cotswolds, English
Yeah.
Distillery.
Yep.
They have a cream liqueur as well.
Superb.
Yeah, I haven't tried it
Yeah.
yet. I
Be
want
that
to.
much better.
There's a Highland whiskey called Edradour. Now, they're the smallest distillery in Scotland.
Yeah.
We tried their whiskey recently. Edradour 10. Brilliant.
Yeah.
They make a cream liqueur as well.
Okay.
And I want to try it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd like to
Just bear
try...
in mind, Bailey's is mass produced. So the small batch stuff that you're trying is going to be that little bit better.
Yeah, I agree.
In my opinion.
Agreed. And a martini, espresso martini sounds... I bought in Sainsbury's a pre-made version, and I forgot that there'd be caffeine in it.
Yeah.
I had heart palpitations for a good day.
Oh yeah, I mean the one that my partner used to make for me. That you ain't going to sleep anytime soon if you have a couple of them.
To be fair, I've seen a few of her drinks before. You know, we've had drinks together.
Yeah.
She can handle it as well.
Oh yeah.
And to be fair,
Girl from Camden.
you know, she could roll with us. It's all good.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
if she was here now, she'd be rolling with us. You know,
Oh, she
it'd
would
great.
be.
Damn right
She would probably be calling us lightweights.
I mean, it makes sense that you're calling David that since he's sat out there
Yeah.
with his captain's hat on. I'm just going to
Absolutely.
quickly check on him quickly.
Yeah. Your welfare check.
Welfare check. You okay, buddy?
Just got to check on the lightweight. Bless him. It's all gone quiet in here, for which we apologise. However, welfare of the participants
He
is
needs to burp and he can't.
most important
Yeah.
compared to anything else. So he's just had his phone given to him, and I'm going to send him a picture of a heron.
He's done.
He's done.
He's done. That's a shame because there was one last picture, as you saw on the screen, guys, of the 15 Founders Private Cellar batch. Now, I bought this because David recommended it.
Oh,
It was the limited edition, 500 bottles. Hang on, exact number. Give me a moment. I'll go behind the bar now, since I can. Thank fuck for that, because I need to.
your bar.
It's not just that, it's also the amount of alcohol. 572 bottles, it is 57.6. Now, the Burgundy cask was 57.9. 0.3% stronger, the other one was.
Oh, wow.
But this one I bought because when I was looking for a January treat after doing quite well in December, I said to David, look, I need to find something ostentatious that also might be good enough. And he said, right, let's take a punt. Okay, what? English. All right, then. So I did, and I bought this. And since then, David and I have had a fair amount. Okay, not
Yeah.
much. Okay,
No,
not...
not that much, about a third.
Yeah, but it's been delicious. Are you all right, David? Getting shoes? All right, you get some water, buddy, okay? F in the chat for David, please.
Not hiccuping yet.
You want to, though. I saw you dribble.
I want to hiccup, but I don't want to.
Yeah, but we had we really enjoyed it, and we agreed that as far as a sherry. So this is the. I'll read the name verbatim because I'm going to clap my hand. It's gone numb.
Oh dear.
Ex Oloroso Demi MUID. Muid. It is a sherry cask, and it's 57.6%, limited to 572 bottles, bottled in 2022 July, filled in 2007 July, 15 years old. It is limited edition, so naturally, I opened it because I want to. It is incredibly strong, but also quite, I need to be on that side for the laptop, delightful. And sadly, can't do any more because of, unfortunately, a health concern with David, which means that this is wasted. Never mind. Maybe I'll get that back in the bottle. But yes, we won't be doing that because I think you're done, aren't you?
Me, I'm fine. Yeah, thank
all
you.
right, that's
yeah,
fine.
I'm good.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
good.
Because David is done, and it's quarter to midnight. I
Is
tell
it
you-
really? Good Lord.
Yeah. On that note, remember to take this. David obviously can't do any more, sadly.
Yeah.
We'll call it here. I do apologise. But I think we've had a good evening. I know, obviously, you've not been that impressed with all of them, but to be fair...
Until you try them, you don't know.
Exactly.
And unless you try them, you don't know.
I agree. And
I mean, some of these bottles that you've got that you're saving could be crap.
mercifully, there's a couple I know I have tasted, but I agree with you.
Yeah. But you never know.
Agreed.
These amazing bottles that
Yeah.
are very expensive and limited edition and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And they could be horrible.
That means you get to entertain us. Indeed, Bri, but mercifully, I get to end this. F in the chat for David. We are going to go so I can vaguely tidy up.
Good luck with that.
I'll just turn the music off. Fuck off. No, I'll move the amp in, and I'll listen to the office. Yeah, no, we're going to go. David obviously can't join us. Sadly, his hiccups have put end to this.
Yeah.
But that's all right. It happens. It's quite all right. I don't know when we're back here next because David has not told me when his next dates here are. But if he is here in the near future, it might be a Bunnahabhain stream. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Could be. It depends if you're here or not. We never know.
Well, you know.
I'm sure you can make an excuse.
Well, yeah, this is it. Depends where I am.
You know what would be a great test? See which ones work best in old-fashioned.
That's a plan.
See, I don't...
Good Lord.
I'll happily do an old-fashioned, but I haven't really done old-fashioned Bunnahabhains. Because Bunnahabhain is quite strong as a whiskey. It's 46.3.
Yeah.
Or it might be... Actually, I don't know what other distilleries we have planned for the year. But I'm sure...
Well, we have the Rockstar.
The rocks...
thing.
Yeah, the celebrity one, yeah.
Celebrity, beg your
Yeah,
pardon.
because David's got Jensen Button and the Sassenach.
Yeah.
Whereas I have Metallica and Slipknot, and you have Rod Stewart and
Metallica rum. Ramstein rum.
Rammstein, yes.
Ramstein rum.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That might happen this year as well. Thank you again for joining, guys.
We'll
Really
see.
appreciate it. We're going to end and go ish sleep. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the donations and for likes. Hopefully David isn't throwing up in the garden.
Don't worry about it. It's not a problem.
I'll probably get water. I told F in the chat. I told him to get water.
It's one of those. Thanks for joining us. Hope you all stay well. Till we see you the next time.